So, all I'm going to say is that I request the utmost patience and the utmost everything, because this is a first for me for everything. Having a stream set up so professionally, to the music, to the turning my volume way the fuck down, to... Hello everybody, my name is Shooter101, welcome to today's stream. I hope you all are enjoying your days, and I hope that for those of you on YouTube in 2 days from now, Monday, because that's when this is going to be able to be uploaded, and that's going to be the same for every day for you guys. If you want to catch these streams live, Saturday. Not sure if we've decided that we're going to make them 6 p.m. from now on. I'm hoping it's 7 p.m. for me and 9 p.m. for Ayami, because it's cutting it close for dinner time. So we'll see. I did not skip out on eating like I thought I was going to do. But I did not go to the cat cafe, so anyway, that being said, hope you guys enjoyed your week and are going to enjoy your week furthermore. Someone is moving around characters. I find that funny. Hi everyone, welcome to my professional stream. So for those of you who don't know, this is my first time doing D&D ever. The reason you cannot see my face is because I would very stupidly, now I admit this, I deleted my camera from this. So even though I wanted it, I looked at it while I was setting up stream and was like, oh, it's not needed here. It was needed. It's fine. You get to see the stream starting soon thing. We will be starting hopefully soon. One of us is late, so our DM has oh so graciously asked if she could play that character. We have not heard a response. This stream is brought to you by Shooter101 and his industries. No, so these will go anywhere from 2 to 3 hours depending on the week and depending on what everyone's going on. This one will be a little bit under 2 hours, it looks like, possibly a little bit less than that even, because one of us has a dinner to go to. So with that being said, I am pretty much ready to get back into chat. I don't know what they're talking about, I don't know what they're doing. Once again, please bear with me. I'm new to D&D, but also I'm going, for this whole first stream, I'm going to be modifying volumes and things throughout the whole thing, because this is not something I normally do. I'm not used to any of this, but with that being said, let's introduce some of the characters, shall we? Well, actually, you know what? No, let's not do that. Never mind. We'll let this journey unfold. I'm not sure what the DM has planned, so we'll let her do her fucking job. I have a notebook and a pencil, not a pen in case I have to erase anything. I have a notebook and a pencil ready to go for me to write down notes. It'll be in my lap the whole stream. We are not using real dice. Well, correction. Our DM is using real dice. I, myself, am using D&D Beyond, and so is everyone else, until I buy myself a pair of real dice, which means there might be a new donation goal for $30 to get me a new set of dice. Just saying. Because I'm probably going to be ordering off of Critical Role, because I like Matt Mercer's dice set for Vox Machina. Anyway, that being said, I'm really just waiting for the message to come through saying they're ready. And that message seems to be being typed out right as we speak. I'm really excited for this. I've been excited for this all week. I'm not even kidding. Okay. We are starting with 100 gold each. Okay. Gold. I'm just gonna write that down. Just to make sure I don't forget. Alright. We are here. So, I stupidly got rid of my webcam.
How?
Oh
God, you're so loud. Oh, Jesus, I gotta turn it down.
I got rid of it because I looked through all the scenes before starting stream.
Yeah.
And was like, yeah, I don't need this. When am I ever gonna need this? Turns out I need it when I'm talking to stream personally. So right now everyone's just staring at a starting soon screen while they listen to me ramble. It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay. It's alright.
My face will be there eventually.
Right. Yeah, so he has a hand axe, he has thorn whip, unstrike.
Yeah, actually no, I can create a new scene now.
So I'll have to roll for him to hit. What else does he have?
I don't know. I'm not him.
Repair, so he can.
My character has no weapons. I got rid of all my weapons.
Listen to
I
reaction.
didn't mean to do that.
I'm just gonna assume that he wants me to do his thing. So I'm just.
Well, it's because my character can manifest like psychic weapons. I don't need weapons.
So he has absorb elements. He also has
And I just got an iced tea delivery.
Nice.
Until the start of next turn, +5 bonus to AC. Okay. Cool.
No
So I'll
bonus
play
for
his
you.
character. Magical tinkering. Okay, so what is
This background will change.
Holy shit, his passive investigation is ridiculous.
Next week.
Jesus Christ. Bruh. His passive investigation is fucking 16. That's high. Like, your passives are normally just like, you know, like
15.
if I told you to roll, or like if I look at your passives, I'd be like, hey, you notice this, or hey, you notice this, depending on how high I want to set the DC. But so like if I tell him to roll an intelligence or investigation, or like if I'm like, okay, you would notice this because your passive investigation is 16. So, what is?
I'm totally not gonna try to keep up with you and put the characters on screen you're talking about.
No, you're fine. You don't have to. What is yours?
I
You're a
do.
half-elf bard barbarian. This is gonna be stupid.
That's so funny.
This is gonna be so fucking stupid.
I'm a
dude.
barian. It's fine.
Wait,
So
what do
your
you? What,
passive perception
how you
is
split?
not
How are you
great.
split? Are you like level 1 barbarian, level 2?
Yeah, level 2 bard, level 1 barbarian.
How are you gonna focus on? Because multi-class, you know, you lose out on.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, your
It'll
investigation,
be
Damien,
fine.
your investigation's pretty high too. Your passive. Of course, you're a fucking rogue, so that's not surprising.
Got the
about
expertise
to
in
say.
all important one: deception, investigation, stealth, sleight of
Your
hand.
investigation is +5, which is just not.
I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah,
I
your
mostly just
deception
wanted
and
rage.
your sleight of hand and stealth is. Your fucking sleight of hand stealth is fucking ridiculous, dude.
He's a rogue.
I know. I hate rogues.
Don't worry, I'm not gonna be the edgy person.
That is not. Okay.
I plan
Let
to
us
play
know
my
when-
character like a con man, confident
Let us
con
know
man.
when you're ready. Are you good?
I'm ready.
Okay, we're ready. So do whatever you need to do.
I've been ready.
Oh, are we all live now? Is that what's
Yeah.
happening?
I mean, I did the whole starting soon thing, so
Oh, okay.
we're good.
All right, cool.
I've literally just been waiting for the we're ready thing, and I'm here.
All right, so that's what I'm listening to right now. By the way.
Okay, yeah, I do have tavern music playing.
Oh, do you? Okay.
Yeah, I
I'm just letting
do.
you know it's the ones that I'm playing.
I
Anyway,
do
so
have-
welcome everybody. My name's Ayami302. I will be your dungeon master this evening. I will also be playing. We also have one player out right now. He's running a little bit late. So I will be playing his character. But I guess before we start, let's go ahead and just kind of get a little bit of an introduction here. So like I said, I am Ayami302. You guys can find me on Twitter and Twitch as Ayami302.
Or
I
link in
stream
the
mainly
description
GT.
down below for YouTube in the future.
Yeah.
I got
But anyway,
this.
you're right. But anyway, you guys can go follow me on Twitch. I always mention when I go live and Twitter. I mainly play or stream GTA 5, but I have been known to play and stream other variety games in the past. But more recently, it's just been GTA 5, which I've been having a blast with. But yeah, I will also be playing that one bird's character. He is currently not with us right now, but he will be joining either later or we will see him the next time that we decide to play. I'm planning on trying to make this a weekly thing. I can't guarantee it, especially since schedules are going to be wonky the next couple of weeks, which I totally understand. But yeah, let's go ahead and meet our characters. Whoever wants to go first.
Nightmare, do you want to go
Don't-
first?
I was saying, don't all jump at once.
So, what do we do? I just describe what my character looks like?
Well, yeah, you can.
I mean, well, you can, or you
Who
can
you
wait until
are.
we get into the game. It's up to you.
You can do what you want, man.
I'll wait till we get in the game for my character.
All right, that's fine. That's actually kind of neat. I like that. I like when people do
That's
that.
fair enough. That's fair enough. I might do the same.
All right, cool. All right, so let me pull up really
I don't
quick
even think.
because I kind
Is
of
my
forgot
character
to
even
do
described?
the
Oh,
thing.
my character is described. Okay.
I
was
will
smart.
say too. Oh god. I will say I am a very new DM, so this is kind of new for me, so you guys will have to bear with me. I will try and explain things to the best of my ability. If not, we do have the handbook at hand, so it's not like we're going to be going to this completely blind, but... Alright,
Yeah,
let me
not
pull up...
everyone's pulling a me today.
Right.
I'm
Okay,
like
so...
a level above you. Don't worry, just by one.
I mean, we're all
also
level 3. It's
need-
fine.
No, like
Okay.
in noobiness.
Oh yeah.
So,
You're
do you
in
guys see the Roll20 screen?
I can, yes.
Yeah, okay.
I'm looking
Just
at a
so you
bunch
are.
of things. It's fine.
So you guys see the map that's on the screen, correct?
Yes.
Of the city,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
So, you might want to zoom in because I am going to be pointing some stuff out, by the way. Just so you
Oh,
know.
jeez, it actually gets really high def. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, it does. Alright, cool. So, as you can tell, this, or as, some people maybe will tell, this is the city of Waterdeep. It is a city in it is the major cosmopolitan power of Faerun, which is the area it's in. It benefits from an excellent harbor, wise rule of tolerant spirit, and a powerful magic tradition that generally produces stronger good wizards than evil wizards. So essentially, a lot of good people come out of this. Essentially. Contains at least one of nearly everything, but it's not considered a melting pot. It's more of like a gem grinder, smoothing individual rough edges so that their talents shine brighter. The city's nickname, the City of Splendors, is never said sarcastically. People know that Waterdeep is a marvel and that life is better, at least more bizarre there. They have one notable fault of the people that live there. It's the tendency to think there's nothing new under the sun, and they treat that entire sum of human and non-human experience as their potential cultural heritage. It's not always a bad thing, though. So essentially, this is kind of where things happen. This is a central location to the area of Faerun and to the area of the surrounding areas. A lot of people come here for the riches. A lot of people come here for to kind of get their start in the world. It's a place that basically thrives off of city. If you guys can see, there are several different places in the city fair. We'll start with the castle of Waterdeep. Hold on, what is happening? That thing's not working.
Oh.
It's not letting me ping it, which I don't know why. But if you guys look in the middle of your screen, you can see. Let me see. I don't want to do. Give me just a second. Anyway, so I don't want to ping it, but if you guys can see in the middle there, you might be able to ping it for me, Shooter. Is essentially the Castle Waterdeep. This is where a lot of the nobles spend their time. You'll see them all, all kinds of. Two of them to note. One of them is named Lord Aldous Derrick. He is one of the lords that lives there. He lives there quite frequently. You guys see him occasionally walking around Waterdeep, not like a lot, not, and if he is, he's always surrounded by a lot of guards. This man is very important. He's one of the very members of councils and things that live in Waterdeep, and he basically doesn't necessarily run things, but he does belong to the Lords of Alliance, which Lords Alliance is Lords of Waterdeep. They basically oversee. It's a council comprised of themselves and the Lords of other merchant powers of the Sword Coast, where Waterdeep is located, and as well as inland cities whose interests closely match with Waterdeep. So he's essentially part of the Lords Alliance. So this council comprises of 16 members whose identities are who are mainly secret. A lot of them, when they do appear in public, they are only masked, but Lord Derrick does not. He essentially doesn't really care. He basically has like the ego the size of Texas, and he wants to basically like make sure people know who he is. He's not afraid to like have people see him and all his splendor and shit. Like he's just not he doesn't not care. So he's part of the Lords of the Waterdeep and the Lords Alliance. So he has quite a bit of pull in this city. So that's kind of a little bit of a backstory. Let me see if I can grid you guys a picture of. Hold on, a picture of Lord Derrick here in just a second. If my Discord would freaking work with me here. Alright, so this is Lord Derrick. As soon as it opens, it wants to fucking load. Come on. My computer's being so goddamn slow tonight, and I don't understand why. But there we go.
My stream didn't want to start the first time I tried it.
What?
My stream failed the first time I tried.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Why is this not? sending in the chat. I don't understand.
Well, you are typing, so that is a good sign.
I know, I'm trying to fucking upload the file.
Oh. Well, never mind, ignore
Like,
me.
Discord's being a butt for whatever reason. I don't know if it'll let me. Okay. So you should see 2 pictures in there. You guys go click on this. So the first one is Lord Derek. That is essentially the Lord of Waterdeep, and he lives, like I said, in the castle Waterdeep. That the female picture is his daughter. That is Lady Isabella. She is considered to be kind of following in his footsteps, like noble, very diplomatic, very like, how do I put this? Very not like, she's very nice to the people. She's very loving. Everybody loves her. She's very cared about people. She cares about like the poor and wants to help them out and wants to keep them safe and everything. Lord Derek is more into like the money aspect and the politics. But she's trying to follow in his footsteps, but also be kind of like the humble side of things. But yeah, so this is Lady Isabella. Now she is essentially, she's more seen in the public than her father is. And even though her father is a very public figure, she's out almost every day. He usually only comes out maybe once a week, maybe twice a week, depending on his schedule. So it just depends like how often he comes out. But yeah, those two are prominent figures in this particular Waterdeep society. Now, where we start our story is actually not there. Where we're gonna start our story, and let me before I even start it, just go ahead and give you a little bit of a rundown as to different places around the city, depending on where you guys go. So if you guys look on your maps, you're gonna see different places. Castle Ward, essentially is the central focal point of the particular city of Waterdeep. Essentially, it is basically where the castle sits, where the nobles spend most of their time. Then you'll see the dock ward, which is where all of the basic docks, so essentially all the boats and things come in. It's dirty, smelly, clumsily built, very dangerous area. Essentially a lot of brawls and fights break out there. A lot of people are very ridiculous. There's hardly any watch guards that actually go down to that area because of how dangerous it is. It essentially is like essentially the fishing port. The North Ward is essentially primarily the home of the wealthy middle class. So kind of like your upper class bourgeoisie type. Then we have what's called the Southern Ward. It's also known as Caravan City. It's basically stating where caravans come through from neighboring cities and also all over Faerun, passing through. It's the south, known to locals, and it's well patrolled by City Watch and the guards. They basically provide entertainment, food, information for traveling people who come from the different cities and who eventually want to make their homes here. The last one is the Sea Ward, which essentially is the wealthiest ward of the city. So since Waterdeep is considered a seaport city, especially since it's on, the coastline, it essentially is considered a seafaring city. So of course the Sea Ward is going to be your most rich area. So you'll see most of the nobles live there if they don't live in the Castle Ward. A lot of the nobles you might see just walking through the streets usually come from that area. But essentially that's where they usually come from. So, alrighty then. That being said, there's also the City of the Dead. City of the Dead, well, it's kind of pretty much what it sounds like. It's basically a huge cemetery. It's sealed off and patrolled at night. The grave themselves usually vary from magical protection. There's all kinds of magic stuff happening there, so a lot of times they close it down at night so people aren't there's essentially even doors to other magical planes there and pocket dimensions as well. So essentially they basically try to keep people out of there at night just so that nothing bad really happens to them. I believe that's all I wanted to say as far as that goes. as far as possible places of interest. Surrounding cities too, before we get into this, is gonna be Fandalen, which is a ruined village northeast. It's actually was sacked by orcs like 400 years ago. There is a common rest stop for travelers and adventurers, but the number of monsters has increased throughout the years. There's also Neverwinter. That's a bustling city, and it's further north along the coast from Waterdeep, so that's another city as well. So they're also a port city. They essentially, it's a friendly city of craftsmen who trade extensively via the great merchants of Waterdeep. So they have a really good relationship with Waterdeep. But yeah, I think that's it. So we are going to go ahead and hop right in. Where you guys are at, you guys are going to be down near this kind of the south, like trade ward, right above like where the trade ward kind of like temple or like that little banner is, if you guys see that on the map. The trade ward, there's a little tavern in there, a little tavern called the Silver Fork, and this is where we start our story. You guys are in this tavern, and if you guys wouldn't mind go ahead and introducing your characters and essentially explain to the people of Twitch and whoever is watching, and also to whoever will be seeing this, watching this, listening to this, however you want to say it, what and who we are meeting at this table. Whoever wants to go first.
Guess I'll go first. Let me look at my description real quick. You see like a 5'11" elf. I can't read that name. Idiot. You see him at a table gambling, right?
Jeez.
You see him going all in, and then in a couple seconds, you see him thrown off the table because he lost all the money. And he's walking back to where it is. And I sit down next to. Wait, do we know each other yet?
I don't know. Do you?
Do we?
That's up to you to decide.
Do we?
That's up to you folks to decide. Do you?
I'll just end it there. You just see me gambling. You just see me gambling at a table.
That's up to the party to decide.
I
If you
mean-
guys if you guys have been traveling together for a while, if you're just now meeting, that's up to you.
You see we see my character like well dressed, like in semi-casual clothes with a giant smile, trying to throwing games and all that shit. If you get me.
Okay.
Drift. And then go your turn.
I was taking a drink.
Your drink.
Worst timing ever.
Yeah, I know. I was expecting that to go on a bit longer. My character is my character is seen usually either playing music for the tavern, which is, I'll say, what he is doing right now is he's playing music for the people in the tavern. He has short brown hair. He is about 5'8" in height, and he has light blue eyes. And right now he's wearing casual, like, kind of leather-ish clothing, and is just, playing away with his loot.
Okay, and as you guys, do you guys know each other? Have you decided that or no?
I'm gonna say no.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I would tend to agree.
So, coming up to your table, you kind of hear this thud, 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 and like it shakes everything. And like there are stairs across the entire tavern, because it's not often that one sees this type of creature in taverns, or even just in general. Waterdeep isn't really central to these particular kinds of creatures. Like you would see them in a more fortified city, more so for protection than anything else. But you guys mostly hear this figure coming before you even see it. And then once you see it, I mean, there's a lot of jaw dropping in this this spicy fork here. So you guys see basically coming up to are you guys at a table or?
Well, I'm playing music right now,
He's-
so
Okay, you're playing music.
I'm standing in a corner somewhere.
Okay, so
I'm
you're
like
saying,
your- My
Are you at
character's
a table?
gambling. I'm like gambling with randos.
so you're gambling at a table right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see Damien coming up to your table, a Warforged coming up to your table. And he basically just looks at you, looks at the game, and then he kind of looks back at you, and then he just sits down, doesn't say a word. Just kind of like sits down, and then watches you, and then watches the game, and then goes back to you. It almost seems like he's kind of analyzing what's going on, or analyzing what's happening here. But he doesn't say a word, doesn't really, I mean, he kind of acknowledges because he looks at you, but he's more, I think, like, you kind of get the sense that he's more interested in the game and the outcome than actually you yourself.
I screw over I'm like, you want in or something, buddy?
He just kind of looks at you, and then he looks back at the game and doesn't say a word.
I'm like, okay, and I go, on my next card, I'm all in.
Yeah. Okay. Alrighty, go ahead. Hold on 1 second.
I want to lose, honestly.
Okay.
Remember,
Go
I
ahead and
said I
roll.
want to have no gold?
Go ahead and roll d12 for me.
A D12?
Yeah.
Give me a second. Self.
Just a straight d12. There's no like modifiers or anything with this.
9.
Okay. So you basically you flip over your card and it says 9, and it's kind of the equivalent of of blackjack essentially, like you're trying to get to a certain number. So in this particular game you're trying to get to the number 12. So the dealer basically kind of flips his card. Let's see if we find a d12 here. Hold on. Okay. So the dealer basically is going to roll again. And so the dealer says he's going to stay and he looks towards you. Do you want another hit or do you want to stay where you are?
Oh, another hit.
You want another hit? All right, roll another d12 for me.
Gonna bust, but that's the point.
Just all in bust.
1. Holy
Okay.
shit.
What the fuck?
You got a 1?
Yeah, I
you
got a 1.
1.
Okay. In this instance, it's not terrible. At least for now. Okay, so unfortunately the dealer got a 10, so he wins. So,
Cookie won?
yeah, he won. So you lost gold.
I bet 90 gold on that when I forked it over.
So you had 5 gold
Jeez.
left already?
Yes.
Oh boy.
What the hell, man?
I-
Oh god. Okay. So as you're kind of playing in a corner, right?
Yeah,
Graylin?
I'm just kind of playing in a corner,
Okay.
looking over the whole tavern, just kind of, yeah.
Okay. So the Warforged kind of looks back at you, and if a Warforged could smirk, they would. But, you can't really tell because they're, they can't really show much emotions because they're Warforged. So he kind of looks back at you, looks back at you, and then he's kind of waiting to see what you do next. So then the dealer asks, "Do you want to play another game?"
I'm like, give me a second. I look at the Warforged like, yo, can you spot me 90?
The Warforged just looks at you, and then looks back and just shakes his head.
And I'd say, I can't, unless you accept IOUs.
The
Or
dealer
I
goes,
give you a loan.
dealer goes, "Unfortunately, no.
It's
We
a
must have at least
non-profitable
a..."
game.
Right, though? It's so bad. And she goes, "No, unfortunately, we do not accept IOUs."
And then I slide it, give her the money, but I try to get some back.
Oh, you try to get some back? Roll me sleight of hand, please.
Sleight of hand, right? I'm good at this.
You're lucky I rolled bad on that.
20.
Yeah. That was
Dirty,
Was
dirty
that- hold on.
20.
That wasn't
Was
the
dirty
natural
20?
20,
Okay, I
I
was
don't
about
think.
to
Yeah,
say,
that
that
was a
wasn't the
dirty
nat 20.
20. That wasn't
No,
the nat.
no.
Well, you're good because she rolled terribly, so she doesn't see that. So how much do you try to take back?
10.
Just
How much
20
were you
gold.
sliding over?
90.
Okay. So wait, hold on. So you bet 90 in the first place, right? So you would have only had 10 left, correct?
Oh shit.
Math! Woohoo!
I case I go like, oh shit, I put too much. Give me a second, and I slide 10 back.
Okay. So then, so you give her how much then? 80?
80. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty then. Roll me a d12, sir. Where the hell did my d12 go? Just had it. Oh, I'll roll this one. Is that a... Did it roll?
I got a 12.
Did you really?
Yeah.
you did.
That's amazing! Alright, she hands you your gold back. All of it.
Nice.
All of it.
So, yeah. Because you got a straight 12. So
I
that's
get up.
yeah, so...
That's it. That's enough gambling for me.
Are you done already?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, alright, cool.
What a,
So,
what a way
Graylin, roll a perception check for me.
to-
Bird's here.
perception.
Hi, Bird.
I'm
Yeah,
not
perception.
home. I just decided I'd fucking join the ambiance while I'm driving back to the shop.
I fucking
No, you're
knew this
good.
shit would happen. I rolled a 7.
Okay, cool beans. So anyway, you guys are, so you're going about your business. All of a sudden, there's some sort of commotion outside. Like, you can definitely hear voices shouting. Like, you hear all kinds of shit going on. Like, shit is happening. And like the Warforged that was sitting next to you kind of like looks up at the door, but doesn't really move per se. He just kind of looks up at the door, and then kind of looks over at you, Damien, and then he looks at the dealer, and the dealer just kind of shrugs. She's like, I don't know what's going on. So like, you guys definitely hear a commotion. What do you guys do?
Nice.
I get up and walk towards the door, like, but keep my distance, you know?
Okay.
I
Great.
Looking
what
out,
do you do?
looking out the window, like peering through.
I play slightly louder so that people can still hear my music.
Some people kind of give you a glare, like one guy's like, "Oi, knock it off!" and like it throws a fucking piece of food at you. It hits
Can
you in the head.
Oh, I was about to say,
What?
can I dodge that?
You can try. Go ahead and roll.
What am I rolling?
You would roll. Hold on. Go ahead
Maybe
and
a
roll
dex-
athletics for me. See if you can dodge that shit.
Oh, it's fucking
No,
soft out
probably
here.
not, because I rolled 7
Okay.
again.
Oh, it's you square in the fucking head. Just a piece of food just like slides down your face and then falls off.
Great. Perfect.
What'd you say, Bert?
I'm trying not to be stuck.
No, you're good. So anyway, so the Warforged at this point doesn't move yet. So Graylin, or I'm sorry, Damien, roll me a perception check, please. Actually,
on.
yeah, go ahead.
All right.
17.
I'll join back here in just a second.
Okay.
Okay, 17. So you notice right away you're peeking out the door, right?
Like, yeah.
Okay, you immediately notice 2 prominent figures. One of them who is actually the one doing the shouting. You notice that first off, you notice that Lady Isabella is trying to console her father, not Lady Isabella, his advisor, Solania, who's a different lady who I can get you a picture in a second. Not Isabella. Solania is his advisor, is trying to console what is appearing to be a very upset Lord Derek, who is just like completely distraught, is shouting. Guards are she's trying to console him. Guards are like everywhere. People are trying to see what all the commotion is about. You can't quite make out what he's yelling because you're still a little too far away, but like you can definitely tell that there is something wrong. And it's not like Lord Derek to be this way, because like for him, like he's normally pretty like stoic. He's all like, "Hey, hi, how's it going?" He's kind of like he's got a huge ego, so like he's always kind of that like boasting like, "How you doing?" type, or kind of like that. Like he always has an air of nobility about him. Like this man is like fucked up. This man is essentially like he is not doing well. Like he is clearly upset about something, but you can't quite make out what it is yet.
Okay.
You, Graylin, still are you still in the tavern right now?
Yeah, I'm still in the tavern.
Okay, so
I-
you're hearing the shouting getting louder at this point.
Okay.
And you can definitely make out a little bit that it is a male voice that is doing the shouting, but you can't hear what he's saying. Also, so the Warforged gets up, basically almost destroys the chair that they were sitting on, and then walks out towards the door and exits the tavern, but just stays like within the vicinity. He doesn't like really go anywhere else. So what do you guys do?
Firstly, I would like to wipe off my face from the food that has been thrown at my head. And then I would like to go see what's happening.
Alright, so you go out and into the... How far out do you go? Do you walk away from the tavern, or...
Well, maybe just like to a window, probably.
Okay, so you go to the window?
Yeah.
Okay. So... What are you? You're a half-elf. Okay.
Yes.
So you can kind of see what's happening. You see Lord Derek and you see you see the advisor Solania. She is a full-blown high elf. So she is very, you can tell, long pointy ears, beautiful, raven black hair all the way down past her ass. Like she is, she has noble robes on, like that clearly tell you that she is of nobility and that she is essentially the advisor to this Lord Derek. You do not see Lady Isabella. Normally, when Lord Derek is out and about, either he is with Lady Isabella or he's with Solania or both. Usually there's not, Lady Isabella is either with him or she's nearby somewhere. Sometimes she'll go out on her own, but more than likely it will be accompanying her father. So it's kind of strange, and at least to you guys, because you guys have lived in Waterdeep for a while.
Bunch of asses.
What?
Don't mind me. Sorry, I'll mute myself.
No, you're fine. But so essentially, you guys have lived in Waterdeep for quite a bit of time, so you guys know the history and you know the area. So you're trying to figure out why, or like essentially why Lady Isabella isn't there. And clearly Derek's upset about something.
Yeah.
So
how does he seem, like panicked, or is he mad, or?
Make a perception check for me. Actually, no, make an insight for me.
Okay.
How much chaos is there right now? Like in the bar?
There's a lot.
14.
So chaos. So essentially, like, guards are trying to like stand around and make sure nobody comes to him or like tries to get at him. Like he's in fucking tears right now. Like he is. Lady Solania is just like, it's going to be all right. You're going to be fine. We'll find her, and like saying different stuff like that. But like you can like barely make that out since you guys aren't like close enough yet. But like the townspeople, there's a crowd now. Like there's whispering. Like some of them even close to you guys are like, "What's going on? Like what's wrong with Lord Derek?" Like you guys can clearly tell that there's something wrong. You just can't tell like what it actually is or what like is going on unless you either get closer or you ask people around you. You with your 14, it's hard to tell at this distance. You can't quite get a read, especially with people now crowding, around. People are starting to block your view. So it's getting harder for you to essentially like try and figure out why he's so upset or what's going on.
About the bar, is everyone looking outside the window?
Yeah, is everyone like crowding around the windows?
No, so there's a crowd outside that's starting to gather like in front of the tavern windows.
Mm-hmm.
The people in the tavern, some of them have gotten up to look outside, others could care less, others are too drunk to fucking care. Like others are basically passed out in a corner, either from being drunk or just sleeping. So I mean, there's not like not everybody's crowding the windows. There's like a couple people to your left and right that are like, what the hell's going on? But there's not like, it's not like you're getting pushed against the window pane or anything like that.
Okay, never mind. You're just being stupid, but sure.
Please, by all means, do the stupid.
I'm gonna back up. I look around, see anyone look passed out.
Anyone? Yeah, there's actually go ahead and roll me a perception check to see if you can see anybody.
Perception. No matter what,
Who can I rob?
No.
14.
Fucking rob somebody, goddamn rogue. 14, you said?
Yeah.
There's one guy you can kind of see. He's like snoring in the corner. You can't really like tell if he's like passed out due to actually sleeping or if it's drunkenness. I mean, he has a mug next to him, but you don't know if that's his or if it was somebody else that just left it there. But that's all you see right now. It's just the one guy.
He has no food on him?
It doesn't appear that way, no.
I just walk up, take the mug, and go back to. Just take his mug and just
just
go
take
back
his
to
mug?
Yeah, I was looking for food, people's food off their table, and go and
Okay,
like
so you just have a mug now. You can add it to your
like
inventory if you
popcorn.
want.
Like you
No.
popcorn at a commotion
No.
with food. That's what I
No,
was.
you just had a mug, so that's all you had. You just take the mug from him?
You were looking
Okay,
for
well,
food.
Yeah,
right?
looking for food or anything to drink while I watch this commotion.
I mean, you could buy food.
I'm
Nah, that's too much.
Okay, so the Warforged is outside. What are you guys doing? Besides
I
taking mugs from dudes who are sleeping.
do I have the ability to go up to the Warforge?
You can approach him if
Y-
you'd like. He's
yeah.
outside though. You're still inside.
Yeah, okay. I would like
Okay,
to
so you're gonna walk
approach.
outside?
Yeah, I would like to approach him and just like tap him on like somewhere
Okay.
that he might notice me and just be
So-
like, "Hey, big guy, can you get me to the like front of the pack so I can see what's going on?"
So like he looks down at you and just kind of like looks at you for a second, and like it's kind of like a really awkward moment because like the Warforged didn't say anything at first. Then he grabs you by the scruff of your tunic, and like you're picked up to the point where your legs are like dangling off the ground, and he just like sticks his arm out in front of him, and sort of like how you would like grab a cat by the scruff and then like hold your arm out straight in front of you, and like he starts walking through, and people get out of his way because people like they can hear him coming, and they as soon as they take one look at him, they're like, oh shit, he's gonna fucking run me over, and they like get out of the way. So like he parts seas really easily. So yeah, he's gonna pick you up by your tunic, and he's basically with his arm straight out, he's going to take you and go straight beeline. I'm assuming you're going right towards where Lord Derek is.
Yeah, close enough that like I'm not gonna get bombarded by like
Right.
guards, but like so I can
So-
actually get an idea of what's going on.
The Warforged basically takes you right up to the guard line and then just like simply drops you.
Thank you.
Like,
It's
right
not quite what I had in mind, but thank you.
Roll
Yeah.
an athletics check to see if you can land properly. He's just straight dropping you from a height.
11.
he's pretty fucking
so
tall.
I'm going to
Okay.
assume no.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
DC wasn't very loud because he didn't have you up that high.
That's
so,
fair.
but you kind of fall like not necessarily on your ass, but you almost do. Like you kind of
Yeah,
like
stumble a
you're
little.
kind of like, oh god, like like you kind of lose your balance a second, but you catch yourself just in time. And then as soon as you look up, there is a wall of guards in front of you. And essentially there's also people who like aren't getting too close to the Warforged, but at the same time they're trying to get as close as they can so they can hear and figure out what the hell's happening. Damien, what are you doing?
I see that and I walk back. I like there's no liquor in the bottle, right? I took
There's nothing in the mug. It is empty.
damn it. So I'm gonna get like try to find some liquor, right? Pour it like on my don't drink it, but pour it on my neck to make it smell like I'm drunk. Then I'm gonna walk
Okay,
towards
hold on.
him, like
Hold on a
stumbling.
second. Roll me an investigation check to see if you can find some liquor. Because the mug was empty, and you may have to steal from the bar because it doesn't look like anybody else has any right now that
20.
they're not currently drinking.
Not a
30.
natural 20 though.
30.
Yeah,
I'll
it's a
say
di- it's
nat.
a- yeah.
30-20.
Just a 20.
Dirty 20? Alright,
Yeah.
dirty 20. Alright. So you find there's a bottle on the actual bar, and the barkeep is actually in the middle of having a conversation with someone at the other end of the bar. And there's a bottle open on the edge of the bar. And it's half full. But it's sitting there on the bar, and like nobody's really paying. Actually, go ahead and make a perception check for me. Do you want to try? You can also, if you want to try, you can do sleight of hand on this.
I'll do. I
But
saw
I
a 6
will-
on perception.
Okay, I would say. So here's the thing: you can either do sleight of hand or you can do perception. I will say on the sleight of hand, you have a disadvantage because because there are people in the bar who can notice you.
I'll do it at a disadvantage.
Okay.
Let's see. The first one is a 22.
Okay.
Second one is a 12. So 12.
Oof. Okay. All right. So with that 12, that was the perception, or sorry, I didn't
Sleight of hand
remember.
with disadvantage.
Yeah, sleight. Okay, so yeah, sleight of hand with disadvantage. So the 12. So some guy notices you, but he's too fucking drunk that he doesn't really care. He, in fact, like, you catch his eye and he just kind of raises his mug to you, like, yeah, in this type of way, like, all right. And but like nobody else. The bartender at the other end of the bar is too deep in conversation to notice that you have swiped it. So you can have that bottle if you like, and
I
it's
grab
full.
it.
It's
Sorry.
it's half full. Yes, you can grab it. Yes. So now
I
you have
pour-
a half bottle of wine or beer, whatever you
do.
wanna.
I do what I said earlier, make it smell like I'm drunk, right?
Okay.
Enough. And then I
Okay.
pour the rest in the mug of the guy who saw me, and leave.
Do you put it back next to him?
Yeah, I'm like, I just give it to him, like, here, you can have
You
it.
leave? You just walk out?
I give him
Okay.
the bottle.
Okay. Where do you go?
Where's the commotion? Trying to walk drunk, you know?
So you're trying to act drunk right now?
Yeah.
Roll me a performance check
Oh,
with
no.
advantage because you have the fucking drunk smell about you.
The fuck?
I love how this is how you guys start this campaign. Like,
Natural 20.
no, really?
Yeah, that was a
For
natural
22.
20.
That's amazing. Oh my god! You have like the worst performance too. Like, what the
Oh.
hell? Okay, so you are like stumbling all over the place. Like, you are probably like one of the most drunkest people that have ever walked through that tavern. And people believe it. People are like, oh god, like, what the hell is this guy doing? Like, he's clearly drunk. Like, he is way too much. Like, there's whispers starting to go around. Like, you are totally fucking drunk. However, the commotion is still happening up front because there's a wall of guards up there. But as you get closer, which I'm assuming you're heading towards the commotion, is that correct,
Yes.
Damien?
Next
Okay.
to the Warforge
Yeah,
end.
so you're heading towards the commotion, essentially, and basically you guys, now that you're close enough, all three of you can hear kind of what's going on. And Lord Derek is just in like hysterics. He's like, they took her! They took my baby girl and I don't know where they went! Like, he's basically like screaming that at the top of his lungs. Lady Solania, who's next to him, is like, it's okay. We will find her, please, my lord. Just calm down. Like, she is so you're kind of getting the gist at this point, but it's still not completely clear on like what exactly is happening. But you guys are met with a wall of guards. And you guys still don't really know what's happening. So, like, the guards won't let you through whatsoever. Like, they have basically formed a protective circle around Lord Derek right now, especially with the crowds growing as they are. They've left basically a huge, like, circle. Like, there's so many people now, but, like, the guards just left a circle. They're just standing there because the Lord is, like, breaking down mentally, like, in the middle of the goddamn street. So.
Okay.
I just want to point out that my chat told
Yeah?
me to go fuck myself.
Why?
I'm assuming it's because I'm playing D&D and I didn't invite.
Who
Well,
said that?
Playful, because she's been wanting to play D&D for a long time, and I'm just here. It's
Hey.
fantastic. Fuck you too, Playful. That or it's the general greeting of fuck you, shooter, which we also do. So it might be a bit of both. It might be a bit of everything.
We love you, Playful!
Fuck
Oh
you,
man, that's
Playful.
funny.
Alright.
Anyway, what you guys doing?
I look over to, what's your name again? In game?
Me? Or,
yeah.
oh, Graylin.
I looked over Graylin at Dragon's Day. I'm like, play us some music, Bard. It's too sappy in here.
Okay, I start playing some uplifting music.
And as soon as you do that, one of the guards immediately looks over at you and he goes, enough with that nonsense!
I'm just trying to make everyone feel a little better. You know, music is...
He's like, this is a serious matter that is not allowed.
Well, what would the serious matter be?
He's like, that is not at my liberty to say.
Then I go, then whose liberty to say?
So there's a woman standing next to you, and she's like, allow me. She's like, I will, from what we've heard, the Lord's daughter has gone missing, and we don't know where she is at or what has happened to her. I don't know where she's been taken. They don't know The Lord is basically desperate at this point and wants to know and will pay anyone who's able and willing to go off and find her.
Then
But
as I
that's
hear
all that I have right now.
money, I wrap my shoulders or hands around both of them. Like, see, me and my best friends here, we're experts at finding people.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait. So do you wrap your hands around Graylin and Mackin?
Yes.
Okay, Mackin is like 7 foot tall.
Yeah. You're wrapping your arm around his leg,
Like
basically.
wrapping around his
Or I
halfway
ta-
around his
tap his
waist because he's also
shoulder.
very wide too because he's a
Yeah.
warforged. So like you can do it around Graylin, but like your head only goes like halfway around Mackin's waist,
Or as
and
far
it's
as
very cold to the touch too because he's a warforged. So
Yeah, 'cause
like
I just- like a fist bump his armor, you know, like
he just looks at you and doesn't say a word.
Be like, yes, we are well-known travelers and bounty hunters in this land. We could
Wait,
definitely.
are you telling this to the lady, or are you just saying this in general?
I'm just saying it out loud.
You're saying it out loud.
Yeah, I'm saying it a little loud enough so that the guards get a little bit of attention, just being like, yeah, we are well known in this area. We have found many people in situations like this.
Roll me a deception check.
can I help him?
Yeah, so roll with advantage.
I'm just saying. Natural 1.
It rolled twice.
You roll twice, take the higher number.
Okay, phew.
Yeah, so roll it again and take the higher number.
2.
Hey,
So 8.
That's amazing.
Holy
how should I do
shit.
it?
The guard raises an eyebrow and does not believe you in the slightest and just goes back to holding his post.
I didn't have, I'm like, okay, we're not well known. We're starting off.
The guard goes, I don't care. I'm just here to protect the Lord. And he just like stares straight ahead. Like he's done with your shit.
I can't believe I rolled a nat one.
So you guys basically now get the gist of what is happening. And the Lord goes, please, someone needs to help me find my daughter. She's my baby. Like he is just in fucking hysterics. He's like, anyone, please, I need help finding my daughter. And like no one in the crowd is like volunteering or like saying a word. They're just watching this happen. And there's like they're all whispering, kind of like a couple of them are like, has he lost his mind? Like what is going on? And they're like, is she really missing? Like where did she go? Like there's just kind of murmurs of different things like going throughout the crowd, like of different like rumors and different things and like things that you probably would hear normally like in this situation.
I coughed. Like again, I did offer.
We did.
Wait, did you say that to the Lord, or did you say that to the
No,
guard?
I said that to Damien.
Oh, okay.
I said that we did offer.
I say it out loud so that he could hear us, so the guard can.
So you shout at Lord Derek? Are you
I
shouting
Oh,
this to Lord Derek, or
could
you
shout
shouting
it at the Lord.
Okay, so you shout at the Lord then.
Sure.
Okay, so the Lord like stops, and he goes, "Wait, who was that? Bring them in." So the guards like immediately grab both of you and the Warforged, because the Warforged stepped forward as well, and basically they like part ways, like keeping the crowd back, and they like not necessarily toss you into the circle, but they kind of like usher you in real quickly because they have to try and keep the crowd at bay. So like they're trying to like rush you in super fast. So now you guys are in the middle of the circle with Lord Derek, who's in here along with Lady Solania. Basically, essentially just standing there in front of Lord Derek. And Lord Derek goes, "Was it you that said that you would help?"
Of course, it was me. I'm known to find people.
You
Roll me a deception check.
sound
good at that.
so uncertain.
Roll
Hey,
me a
keep in mind,
deception-
my guy's like drunk, so
I know, that's why I'm saying roll a deception
Oh
check.
yeah.
At disadvantage, because you're supposed to be drunk.
I'm acting drunk.
Can I help
Yeah, but he
at
thinks you're
all
drunk.
because he's
11.
a different person? Can I just to give the same spiel that I terribly gave to the guard?
No.
Oh, damn it.
So, okay, so Derek kind of looks at you and he kind of raises an eyebrow and he looks at the guards and the guard just shrugs. He's like, they were willing to help. You said you wanted help. And then he like steps back and Derek kind of furrows his brow, kind of like in a glaring way. And the guard like immediately bows knowing he spoke out of turn and like backs into the circle again. And he turns. So Derek turns his attention towards you. And he goes, "So you are the ones that volunteered to help my daughter,
course.
to find my daughter. Sorry, I'm very, very distraught. My words are not making sense. What
No
is
worries.
your name?"
I'm John.
What?
I ain't gonna give my name.
I fucking can't.
Okay.
hold on.
Listen, if this goes south, he doesn't know my name, so.
Hold on, I'm making some notes. Okay. And he goes, "John. All right. And what is your name, sir?"
I am known as Graylin.
Kraylin. And then he looks over at the Warforged, and the Warforged just goes, "I am Mackin," and doesn't say anything else. But it comes out kind of very, like, rough sounding, because I can't sound like a gruff person, but comes out very gruff. And rough, and, essentially almost like, kind of like how, like, a robot would sound. But just, like, gravelly type sound. Okay, so Derek just goes, "Well, are you the ones who... So since you are so willing, I will pay 1,000 gold to each of you if you are to return my daughter safe and unharmed. Can you do this for me?"
Of course, but of course you gotta give us a pay before, like 10% before, so we could do this. A sign of good faith.
Roll a persuasion check with disadvantage because you're still acting fucking drunk.
Can I choose to sober up or no?
No, because you
Nope.
came in there acting like you were drunk.
You're
so...
right.
That's
Roll-
It backfired.
okay.
A 9.
Okay.
Oof.
I
Oof. Ooh. Derek.
Wait. I could do something. I could roll a
Oh.
d6 in my skill check. If I fails, I don't use my dice. But if I do,
Okay.
it's my psionic ability, something like that.
Oh,
I'll
you're
roll a
psionic.
d6.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Can speak to...
Mm.
What would this be? What is this for?
The check.
Hold on, I'm
Invest-
looking.
It was a persuasion check, right?
Recovery.
It was a
Yeah, I'm
persuasion
trying to
check,
figure
yeah.
out what it's for. Oh,
I
okay.
rolled the wrong thing.
Yeah, so the side bolstered knack is what you're looking at.
Yeah.
Oh,
Right?
he rolled a perception check.
Yeah,
Hold on
I
a
need
second. So if you fail an ability check, which just would count as... I'm just reading this. Hold on, you're saying 1 cyan energy die. How many cyanic energy dice do you have?
4.
Okay.
They give long rest, they come back.
Okay, cool. So you can check those off too.
I also rolled the wrong one, so I'm gonna just roll 1. I rolled perception instead of persuasion.
Yeah, so roll persuasion again. And if you want to add a d6 to that, you can, since you have that ability.
Disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you're drunk.
Yeah, because you're
supposedly.
drunk. Persuasion
Oh,
with disadvantage.
Jesus.
Oh, that was a good roll.
Like I
That was a
said,
good
you can
first
add
roll.
you can add a d6 to that. Just make sure you keep track of it on your sheet. See those 4 boxes? Make sure you check one of those since you're using one.
I won't roll it. I got a fucking 6. There's no way I get it.
He basically is like, no. Just
I-
straight
I-
out. He's like, "Upon my daughter's return, safe and sound, not harmed, you will receive your payment.
Can I
We
just...
have a deal."
Can I be like, how about 5%? I'm sure, as you can tell by just looking at us, that we're not exactly the most well off.
Considering your friend did horribly and your friend did not, he's less likely to believe you as well. So he says no.
Plus, my guy's in a semi-formal clothes, bro.
Well, yeah, but I have, food all over me still. I just
Right,
wiped it
that's
off
what I'm
my face.
Seeing your state of mind and your drunk friend, he kind of thinks that you're just a couple of drunk buddies who were having fun and decided just to do this for fun.
Fair enough.
So no. He's like, "No, you will receive payment once my daughter is safe and sound and unharmed. Do we have an
Perfect.
accord?"
Yes.
So Warforged nods in agreement. He goes, "The last she was seen was up north. I believe she had taken a slight turn up there over to the I believe, where was it? Lady Solana. Lady Solana kind of steps forward. She goes, "She was visiting the city of dead to honor and pay respects to those that are laid there." So you guys will notice that you guys are like right above where the Trade Ward banner is. The City of Dead is actually north of that. If you guys remember what I explained about the City of Dead, it's kind of like a cemetery.
And at
And right
night it's
now
like-
it's like in the morning time, like kind of midday-ish, like lunchtime-ish. So like, people are having their lunch, they're, kind of getting drunk on lunch, but that's how people do, especially at taverns like this. And especially well-known tavern, because this is a well-known tavern. Spicy Fork is very, very well known. So you
long
guys
as
are
it-
essentially like you guys know the City of Dead because you like I said, you've been in Waterdeep for quite a bit of time now. And so you guys know that the City of Dead is essentially the city's cemetery. It's where all the dead are buried and laid to rest. There's a lot of like magical things there, like enchantments and things on certain graves to keep like spirits and stuff out. Or like to keep people from prying and trying to steal stuff, things like that. So you guys have been there, you just never like had real reason to go there until now. So
Okay.
they're basically telling you to start there.
I ask, wait. I say, isn't there a lot of guards there 24/7?
He says, I will give you these special badges that are marked with my insignia, and you can let them know that you are doing an investigation into my daughter's disappearance. That way the city guards will know not to disturb you. And he hands you these badges, and on them they have the crest of essentially him. So like if you guys notice that he has like a kind of like a ram's head on his armor in that picture that I showed you. So like the insignias have that same marking on them. So if you guys just show those badges, they're kind of almost like coins. So if you show them to the city guard, if they ever have to stop you for whatever reason, and you explain the situation, because all the guards know at this point that she's missing. So if you show them to those guards and explain that you are the party that he is sent to go find her, then they will leave you alone, or essentially they'll go about their way and won't bother you.
Chill out and get out jail free card. Let's go.
Pretty much. At least here in Waterdeep. It won't work in other ones, but
Alright.
hold on, I'm making some notes.
Bro, I got like a 20 playing with
How are you doing?
That's
I'm
alright.
surprised. First nat 20 in the campaign, bruh.
I have been rolling oh so terribly.
It's fine.
That's the whole thing of D&D, though.
Yeah,
Then
that's
you'll be due
true.
for some good rolls when it counts.
Well, let's see.
Better be
Is
rolling
it
that
any
now
worse
than in
than your
combat.
sword?
Let's put it that way.
And Celasta.
I
Yeah.
rolled a nat 1 in something that I'm very, versed in.
Good at. Yeah. Yeah, it happens.
I-
it happens.
I've been
Then a
listening.
natural
I've been
2.
Oh, yeah, that happens.
So...
Alright, so at this point, Derek is like, please find my baby and bring her home safe. And at this point, Lady Solani is like, alright, time to go home. Now that you have someone looking for them, you can rest. And he's like, there's no rest until she's back. But she's kind of consoling him, and the circle is kind of forming more of a rectangle around him now. And they're starting to move back towards the castle Waterdeep, back towards that area. So at this point the crowd is kind of dispersing. There's still whispering going around, and more so it's more so about you guys. They're like, who are these people? Why did they decide to take this job? Are they really fit for this job? Kind of things like that. But it kind of disperses. The crowd eventually disperses, and there's like I said, it's midday in Waterdeep, so a lot of people are walking through. So it's kind of a bustling area, but no one's really paying any really attention to you anymore so than they were just about maybe 5 minutes ago, when you were staying in the middle with one of the lords and talking to him. So they're just kind of going about their day now. So what do you guys do?
I guess I look at them and I'm like, are we gonna do this for reals? Give them the dim.
I mean, it's 1,000 gold.
You're right. If only I would have gotten that fucking the increase, Whatever, let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
By the way, my name's not John.
Well, my name is Graylin, so...
I'm Damien. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
If anyone asks, I'm John.
I will thoroughly remember that your name is totally John.
The Warforged looks at you and it's like, nice to meet you, Damien. Nice to meet you. Graylin, and he like just like starts like moseying on up like towards the direction of where the city of Dead is. Like he doesn't even wait for you guys. He just like starts.
I'm like, hold up, where are you going?
He's like, I am going to find Lady Isabella, the missing
Yeah.
person we are tasked with.
But we can't just rush in there. We don't really know what happened. We gotta do some investigation.
He looks over at you two and just stares.
We're not getting paid by the hour here, you know.
He just kind of shrugs and stays
Wait.
there and doesn't move.
He just said he wants her back,
Yeah, he didn't say when.
or dead or alive.
I'm
I'm
going to
thinking-
assume he would be very mad with us if we brought back a dead body of his daughter.
Hmm. So
And
you guys
we
want to head out
also might
tonight, or
not
do you want to
get
prepare?
paid.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I said we sleep it off tonight. As you can see, I'm very drunk.
Yes, I do see that. You do smell real bad. You might want to take a something.
roll me a deception check. Damien.
Oh.
Roll and you, Graylin, you roll me an insight on that.
Okay, I'm rolling insight. Okay.
Yes.
13.
Oh
5.
Graylin, he's fucking drunk as shit. From what you can see and what you can tell on him, he is fucking
no! What
like,
the
hammered.
shit? I've never met Will Wheaton in my life.
He is Will Wheaton, yes. Oh my god, it's so good. As far as you can tell, he is fucking drunk as shit.
Okay, yeah, you definitely are very. You might want to go get something for, like, just maybe to smell better at least.
I'm like, look, we got these fancy badges now. We probably
Maybe a
Korean
chicken
places,
wrap
you know?
with sweet potato fries. That would be
Charge the
good.
Duke.
I don't know, sweet potato fries, and I don't know what else they have.
Alright,
A
what you guys
salad,
doing?
maybe.
The Warforged is just standing there waiting for you guys on what to do.
Overboard. I really don't want to go into combat with Albertia.
That's fine. We probably
Yeah.
won't. This is more just like for flair kind of stuff right now. So
I can roll
Alright.
that too.
I say, I vote we go to the sleep and go in the morning.
Okay.
Or it's better to go at night.
So you guys are gonna go stay.
Yeah,
in
we
the...
should go
the
at night
spicy-
because the graveyard is very active at night. In the sense of, you know, not people, but yeah.
The spicy fork is also an inn as well. So you guys can stay there if you so choose. However, it is on the more expensive side. Just so you know.
Oh.
You guys would know that from being there for a while and living
Mhm.
there. Like you guys know where you guys would know where the cheaper taverns are, which essentially when it was explained, the north and the seaward is like where the richest people are. The southward is more of like where and like Dockward is basically where the scum of Waterdeep is. Southward is kind of like, it's okay, it's not the greatest, but that would be further away from your destination than where you guys are currently.
What do you think?
Maybe we might want to go to a cheaper tavern. Do we know how much this tavern specifically costs, or do we just know it's more expensive?
I mean, you could go ask. You
Well,
you typically know, like, so for clarification, it's like you don't know the exact cost, but you do know that it's like the upper, like, probably northward of like 25-ish gold. It's not like terribly expensive, but it's also really like popular, busy tavern, so they have to keep prices but somewhat fair, but also somewhat competitive to other ones, especially the ones that are in the seaward and ones that are in the northward, since those two kind of areas of Waterdeep are fairly like very nobility types that live up there and whatnot. So it's not like terrible because it's in the trade ward, so it's not like super expensive, but it's also not like crazy cheap either. If you would like, you could go in and ask, or
Yeah, I'll do that.
maybe ask around or something to
Before
that effect.
that,
to
I
see.
go close to something water to get the drunk smell off me, or
So
whatever.
you go and splash water on yourself.
Yeah.
So you are now soaking wet?
No, I don't want to smell like alcohol, you know?
Okay. So you go, okay, so now you're like, you still smell a little bit like alcohol, but you're not as bad.
Then I go to Glenn and see, I'm sober already. Let's go.
Glenn, do you believe him?
I don't know. Do I believe him?
You're more than welcome to make an insight check
I
if
will.
you'd like.
I will roll an insight check.
You're more than welcome to make a deception check
15.
too as well.
For
If you want to
the-
still continue to deceive him, or if you just want to own up to it.
I'll just own up to it.
Yeah, up to okay.
I'll own with.
Yeah, so he was
15.
never drunk.
Okay.
He just smelled drunk. Alright, so you guys are going back into the tavern, is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say, what do you guys do?
To ask price, we will ask the.
Okay,
the
so
price
are
of
you
the
gonna go up to the innkeep or to the bartender?
tavern. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
So you're gonna
walk
go up
up
to him.
and ask him how much a room might be, or how much. I don't know if we want. Do we want two? How many rooms do we want?
We only need one.
So
We- yeah, we can
essentially,
go
he's
with
saying,
one.
he tells you that one estate for one room for one bed essentially is gonna be about 15 gold. Now he says if you want breakfast included in that, that would be 20 gold. He said if it's 2-bedroom, it's gonna be 25, and then 30 if you want breakfast included.
Can I get a discount because I've been doing entertainment the whole day?
Roll me persuasion.
It's gonna be bad. I already know it is.
Don't
Fuck's
worry, guys, I
sake!
gotta-
What is it?
8.
The dice gods hate you tonight. Holy shit.
Woo!
So no,
No,
you
I
have to
stepped
pay the
in.
full price.
I'm like, look, we're very important people. I show him the badge. He's got this covered. He'll cover any charges you got, brother.
I would say roll me a persuasion at disadvantage, but since you showed the badge and the badge is well known, it would give you advantage. So just roll persuasion straight. Because I was gonna have you roll it at oh, for fuck's
Fuck's
sake.
sake.
21.
You honestly, I was gonna have you roll at disadvantage, but because your friend did a horrible job of convincing him. But since you have the badge, so he'll give you the room 15 gold even. That's including breakfast.
My
I told
18
him-
charisma is not doing shit for me right now.
15?
15 even for a room with one bed and breakfast in the morning.
Yeah. Can I say, can you bill the Lord or no? I have to pay.
He holds out his hand.
Okay.
Ah,
I mean, it's only one bed.
He does. He just stares at you and holds out his hand.
what do you think?
Uh,
Overboard.
Yeah, we want the Warforged input, maybe.
Warforged just looks at you. The Warforged, I mean, at this point, he doesn't require sleep because he's a Warforged. So, like,
Oh yeah, I guess it's...
most of the time they just like meditate. They don't actually like sleep.
Okay, who's getting the
I think
bed?
I only need 4. I think I only need 4 hours of sleep too.
You're an Eladrin elf, right? I think you
Yeah.
need a minimum of 4 to sleep. Hold on, I'm trying to see if it says that. If it says that. Hold on. Oh man, my music stopped. No, go back. Okay, there we go. Let's see here. I'm trying to look at your character to see if it says that anywhere. Where does it say that you?
I don't. I just thought elves. It didn't say. Didn't say.
It might be elves too. You will just say yeah for now. So you would only need a minimum of 4 hours. And you technically don't sleep. You meditate, but it's kind
Into
of like
trance,
a sleep
yeah.
state. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll stay in the bar. Okay, I'll chill in the bar.
Okay.
I mean, it's up to you guys. You want to pay for the room?
Yeah, I can pay for the room.
Okay, you guys start out with 100 gold each. So
Yeah, I'll pay for the room.
So then make sure you mark that off on your
Oh yeah, I
sheet.
still have money. I thought I wasted my money already.
Yeah, you still have your money.
You have all your
Because
money.
you won it back in the game and then you walked away. So yeah, so 15 gold. He gives you the key, and you guys are more than welcome to either stay at the tavern. You can go to sleep. I mean, right now, like I said, it's kind of mid-out. It's like equivalent to like 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So
Hmm.
it's up to you guys what you want to do. I mean, if you want to, you can fast track it, but Bird's not gonna be home for another 45 minutes. So
Oh,
That's when I
Jesus.
dip too.
Yeah.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. We got about another 45 minutes before we have to wrap it up. So
Did you already pay?
Yeah, I paid.
I'm like, all right. Say we, like, let's take a short break and we go.
Okay.
We
yeah.
go when it's dark. Since it's midday, we leave when it's darker. You know?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we can rest now and then go when it's dark. I
Yeah.
like this plan.
all right, so you guys are gonna rest in the room for right now.
Yeah.
How long do you rest there?
Me 4.
Okay, so you
Uh,
take about 4 hours.
Yeah. Then I just go down the bar and just chill there.
All right. So by now it's more of like 6, 7 o'clock at this point. You guys are like you get to kind of see it's finally starting to get dark out. It's kind of like on the verge where it's like not, it's just light enough to see, but at the same time like a light would definitely help. So at this point you probably, so you come down, and at this point the tavern is kind of, it was full around like the 5 and 6 o'clock hour for the dinner rush, and like now it's kind of starting to weed out. There's people in there. It's not as crowded as it was, but there's still people in there kind of finishing their drinks, laughing, talking, having conversations. It's kind of like the similar tavern scene you'd see in any D&D setting. There's loud talking, there's music being played, there's a lot of things are happening. So what would you folks like to do?
Do we know how long, do we know how long the walk is from here to, let's say, the City of the Dead?
Yeah, so looking at the map, that's gonna take you quite a bit. I mean, it's not like terribly bad. It probably would take you a good like 3 or 4 hours, maybe even half a day. Because I mean, you're like I said, you're right. So like right where the intersection is, but right above the A and trade is like where you guys are at. So like you'd have to walk up towards the plinth banner, and then you'd have to walk around to get into the City of the Dead area where that green space is, because that's where the cemetery is. So it would probably take you the better part of half a day, at most.
I say
So
we
if you
eat
left
and
now,
go.
you would get there maybe like 10 or 11 o'clock, like at night, but if it depends on if you wanted to wait. The longer you wait, the later it would get. So like as far as you getting there.
I say we go now.
Yeah, let's go now.
So you guys start making the trek up there.
Eat.
Okay. So you guys are just kind of fast track this a little bit. You guys, you're kind of about halfway there or whatever. You guys notice a poster. Well, actually, roll me a perception check. Let me see if you notice this poster.
Or
Both of you.
okay.
Both of us, I believe.
Yep. Roll me perception.
Why? When I don't need it. 21.
18.
Okay. So both of you notice this. On one of the walls of the buildings you're passing as you guys are walking, and the Warforged is following you guys, like literally, like you basically see, how do I put this? You see this flag. I don't know. Let me see if I can copy this and put this in Discord. I don't know if it'll let me. You guys notice a flag. Why is this not working? Hold on. Being a butt. It's not gonna let me paste it. Son of a bitch. Let me see if I can. I don't think it'll let me save it real quick. That's fine. You guys notice a banner. It's a blue and gray banner. The gray parts are at the corners diagonal from each other, and on it you see what looks to be a crescent moon in the form of a C, and then a harp in the middle of that C. Are either one of you proficient in history? Do you have a check mark next to it?
Let
Yes.
me check. No.
Okay. Graylin, roll me a history check, please.
You got this. You got this.
13.
Was it?
13.
Okay. So you've heard of the name. You haven't really delved too deep into what this particular symbol and this banner is. And in fact, a little bit has been torn off of it on the bottom, and it almost looks like it was burned at one point on the bottom of it. You know this to be what is called the Harper's faction. Now, given that you only rolled a 13, you don't really know much. The only thing you kind of really know is that it's not a very friendly faction. You don't really know anything else about them per se, and you haven't met anyone from them. You haven't really like talked about it. You have even like living in Waterdeep for as long as you guys have. You don't know much about them. You just know they exist, and you know that this is their symbol and their banner. You can Damien, you can try and roll a history check if you want. The DC is going to be a little bit higher for you since you're not proficient.
22.
Well, goddamn.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ.
I rolled a 19.
He knows more than I do.
For fuck's sake, he really does. Okay, so you being a rogue, you have more access to kind of underground information than what Grayland does. You know this faction. This is the Harper faction. This particular faction essentially is like an underground. It's an old organization. They've risen, they've been shattered, they've risen again several times. It's very secretive and kind of autonomous as far as members go. They have cells, they have lone operatives. They basically operate underground as far as you know. So they interact and share information with one another from time to time as needed. Their ideology is noble, and they pride themselves on their integrity and incorruptibility. They don't seek power or glory, but they do seek equal treatment for all, and they will essentially stop at nothing to make sure that that is obtained. A lot of times they act alone, but they don't necessarily. They try not to resort to violence, but they will if they have to, essentially. Especially if it involves equality for all. So like they're not above like they're dedicated to helping their own. They're and their friendships with each other are essentially like unbreakable. They're rogues like yourself. They prefer to operate in the shadows, although there are exceptions, however severe the consequences and essentially the situations might be. And like I said, they're not afraid to essentially spill blood if they absolutely have to. With your fucking 22 that you got, because Jesus Christ, their beliefs are as follows: one can never have too much information. Too much power leads to corruption, and no one should be powerless. Their goals essentially are to basically overturn any tyrant and leader, government, or group that grows too powerful and aid the weak, the poor, and the oppressed. So, in other words, they basically hate nobles. They hate any sort of power. So, like, they're technically enemies of Lord Derek. And you would know this because of your 22. You would know that they are complete enemies of Lord Derek. And by association, technically, you guys, since you are now working for him. With that being said, roll me perception, Damien.
Right on. 18.
18. Okay. You hear footsteps behind you, but they're not close. They're quite a distance away. You turn around and you can just see essentially kind of like a figure running behind a wall. You can't really make out the details of who this figure is. You can't really tell any like sort of like they're male, female. You can't really see who they are. But you do notice that, and you kind of get the feeling too that either you're being followed or that someone is watching you in some sort of way.
Right. Is there like a corner we could turn?
So you're about right up around this little. So you see that yellow tower next to the plinth?
Yeah.
You're like right almost to that. So you're almost to the City of Dead. There's really not a corner. It's just like a straight shot. Although there are many alleyways that kind of span. So like the thing is, there's a lot of buildings that are built right next to each other. Waterdeep is a very dense city. So like they rise, like there's some are short buildings, some are like super tall because they're built like 3 stories up. It just depends. This particular area is kind of like built a little bit on the smaller side because people want, people are less, how do I say this? They're more likely not to be in like they're more in like single and story homes. Like you're kind of starting to get into the little bit more of the like richer area because the more north you go, like the richer the architecture becomes, the richer that the people who walk around look as far as like the clothing and the fashion. So I mean, you're kind of like right at the City of Dead, and then northward is kind of where you start getting into that. So right now you're kind of starting to see that transition, but not quite. So you're not quite right at the City of Dead yet, but you're almost there. So there you could try and turn a corner, but you would probably be going more into an alleyway or on the side of a building.
Right on. So we walk forward and like, oh guys, give me a second, you take a leak. And I try to break line of sight and I hide, wait for her to walk by. Let's attempt to it.
You're
You get
attempting
me?
to hide?
Yeah, attempting I get wait, my party members to walk forward, like I'll be back and you use the restroom real quick, right? I attempt to hide, like tail back, see what's actually going, if we're being followed or not.
Okay. And at any point too, just so you guys are well, you can roll insights on your friends. Just FYI. Like if you don't trust something they're doing, you can definitely roll an insight. Go ahead and roll me stealth for that, please.
I'm good at this.
Famous last words.
Natural 1.
27.
Damn it.
Fucking hell. Yeah, you're gone. Like you,
you don't exist.
Graylin, you basically turn around and Damien is nowhere in sight.
Gotcha.
Like he's like even the Warforged is just like standing there. Like that's all you see is just the Warforged. You do not see Damien at all.
I have an ability. Wait 1 second. Where's it? Class features. Iconic powers. Wait,
Did you use one of your psionic energy die or no?
no.
Okay.
In
Okay, I
fact,
just
fail,
wasn't
it
sure.
doesn't get be used, which is nice.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
I think I could telepathically connect with people, like communicate with them.
That's what I'm looking at. I think it's only in combat. Hold on.
Class features.
Uh,
Sorry.
The
No, you're
character
fine.
sheet
I'm looking at
reading.
yours. Yeah, I'm looking at your character sheet too. See.
They have lots of characters. It's fine.
Iconic Whisper.
finna-
It's under all. As an action, you could choose 2 creatures you see. Roll 1 iconic.
That's an action though. That's in combat. Hold on, let me look. Oh, hold on. So yeah. See, it says actions in combat. So that's
okay.
yeah. So you can only use that in combat. When 1 mile, speak a common language. First time you use this power after each long rest, you don't. Oh, it doesn't really say combat though.
Yeah. Up
You know
to
what? I'll allow it.
Let me roll a d6 then. It's up for 5 hours.
For a number of hours, you go to the chosen can speak telepathically with you, and you can speak with them. Okay. So hold on a second. No, okay, wait. Choose up to 2 creatures you can see. Nobody's in your sight.
Okay.
You ducked around into the alleyway, correct?
Yeah, I did. You're
Yeah,
right.
you can
Shit.
no longer see the wharf. You can no longer see Mackin. You can no longer see him, and you can't see that other person either. So currently, there's no one in your vicinity to do that for.
No worries. Fair.
Yep. Good idea though. That's very good. I'm impressed. All right, moving on. So you're still in the alleyway, right? You're still in the alleyway?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if she walks by or anything.
Okay. Right now you roll me. I'm trying to see. Roll me a perception.
12. Ooh.
What?
12.
12. You don't hear anything or see anything.
I
So.
wait a minute and still nothing?
Nope.
I get out of my spot and act like I went to the restroom and I walk back towards them.
Okay. So you walk back towards yours. Graylin,
Yeah.
you see Damien pop out of an alleyway.
Where
Like,
did you
fiddling
go?
with his pants.
It's in my pants up. I'm like, nature calls.
Okay.
Okay, you guys continue on your way.
Of course, I want to point out that I'm actively like not making it trying to watch our backs, not making it obvious.
Okay, so you're basically watching now behind you.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Make a sleight of hand check for me on that. Just like so, because you're trying not to be obvious with it.
Yeah. 20. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Hold
sure
on
if he
one
gets a
second.
natural 20, though, you'll hear me go, natural 20!
Oh, I'm sure.
Because fucking, I'm terrible at this. With my 1 rolls.
Okay, hold
I'll
on.
do a whole Vin Diesel when that
I'm
happens.
writing down notes, so if I go silent, that's why.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about
no
it.
worries.
Okay. So
My
you
pencil
roll
wrong thing.
20.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sleight of hand.
All right, cool. So
I'm
you
facing my bush.
guys continue on. Hold on, let me roll something. Okay. You guys continue on your way. And you arrive at the City of Dead, and it is now about 11 o'clock at night.
Okay.
They close it down when it gets dark, so it was closed at around probably roughly 8 o'clock. And you see 2 soldiers standing guard at the gates. You see essentially them at their post, they look ahead, and they kind of notice you approach, and they go, "Halt! The City of Dead is now officially closed for the evening. What business do you have here?"
I hold up one of the badges and go, "We are here looking for the Lord's daughter."
They look at each other, and kind of nod, and they go, "Ah, yes, we have heard about you. Are these 2 with you?" And he nods to you and the Warforged.
Yes, they're with me.
And he goes, "Ah, okay." And so they essentially open the gates for you, and they say, "Be warned, there are magical wards and other things here that could potentially kill you. So please do be careful where you step."
Before we go in, I'm like, so they don't hear you. My party doesn't hear. I'm like, we possibly got followed. Someone might be following us. Be careful. Tell the guards. So only they can hear you.
Wait, are you saying that to the guards or to your
Yeah.
party?
To the guards.
And they simply nod and they say, "We will keep a lookout. Thank you for that information." And they'll let you in. So the way the City of Dead is set up is it literally is just a cemetery. There's gravestones everywhere. There's there are protective orbs that you can see. So some of them have purple domes over the gravesites. Some of them have they're actually gates of physical purple magic and pink magic, almost like a cage around it that only can be dispelled by other magic, or whoever put it there. Other ones, they're just plain graves. There's nothing there except for the stuff that people have left on the graves. Other graves are completely bare. Some of them even have cobbles. It's basically a gravesite just with magical energies on some of them. So it's like your typical gravesite. It's nothing too fancy. It's kind of similar, but it's well kept for the most part. I mean, it's a gravesite, so it's not really something that people pay too much attention to keeping clean or taking care of in the sense. What?
Can I look for anything out of place? Like someone's been here recently, that stuff.
Roll me an investigation check.
Can I help look for any disturbances or anything?
So you can either help him and give him advantage, or you can roll a separate one. That's up to you.
I'll roll a separate one.
All right.
I'll look in a different area.
Nah, you're good.
Oof.
That's an investigation check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
It's gonna be
what are you?
terrible.
Are you investigating the road? Are you investigating a specific gravesite? What are you investigating?
Just the general area. General area for disturbances, I guess.
I got an 11.
We don't talk about it.
He got less.
You got a 4.
Okay.
We don't talk about it.
See, like I said, you're getting the bad rolls out when they don't count. You guys don't really notice anything out of the ordinary. It's quiet. There's nothing really that you can hear. I'm gonna roll for what's his face. What was it? Investigation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's good at investigation. Okay.
I have a +5. I rolled a 6.
He has a +6.
I have a +2
Alright.
in investigation.
18. So essentially, Mackin notices that there are footprints there, and honestly, footprints. There's a lot of footprints in the road. Essentially, like, there's a lot of traffic during the day because a lot of people like to hang out in the graveyards. They like to go visit their dead, bring them flowers and stuff. So there is like a decent amount of foot traffic, but Mackin notices a specific one. And he points this out. He says that there is a boot mark with a Harper insignia on it. And was it Graylin or Damien? I can't remember, that rolled really well for it. Was Damien that rolled really well for the history. You would know this since you guys have it. Or since for your history check, Mackin finds a boot print in the soil. In fact, he finds several of them, and there's a whole like trail of them leading deeper into the City of Dead. And the City of Dead isn't closed, so there's only one entrance in and one entrance out. So Mackin rolled an 18. He essentially, hold on, I'm writing stuff down too. He notices many boot prints that have the insignia in the middle of the shoe of that crescent banner that you saw back on the building on your way here. Of the Harper crescent with the harp in it. And he points it out to both of you.
We apparently died somewhere in the conversation.
As he kind of looks around a little, right? Well, as he kind of looks around even more, he notices that it actually went to one of the graves, and then back out to the entranceway. So like when it goes to one of the graves and then back out to the entranceway. You guys can, if you want, you can follow them to that grave, or you can follow them out. It's up to you.
Well, so do I see any kind of like magical anything around the grave?
The grave where those boot prints leave up to?
Yeah.
Roll an investigation for me.
20.
Don't forget about Arcana too.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you wanted to roll that as well, either one of you. I'm gonna have Mackin roll Arcana since he's good at it.
Okay. Yeah, a dirty 20 on my end.
Alright, so Mackin rolled a 19 on Arcana. So you rolled a 20. What are you looking for specifically?
I'm just looking for like something magical or possibly anything that's off about the grave.
Okay, so both you and Mackin notice that to the normal trained eye, it is clear. There's nothing there. Like, there's no, like, magical gate or barrier or anything there. But you and Mackin can see, if you look at it at a certain angle, the way that the moonlight is showing, and even the flames flickering from the lanterns that light the path, that there's a slight shimmer of something. Since, let me look here. Since Mackin is good at Arcana and he's actually proficient in it, he would know that this is some type of, like, not necessarily a shield spell, but it's like a barrier spell around this specific grade that this particular boot trail leads up to. And he points it out, and you notice it too, Graylin, that there is some sort of force field that is protecting this grave.
Okay. Do we know if like it blocks any specific thing, or if there's a way to get in it without do we know what happens if we cross the threshold of this force field, or try to cross through this force field?
Well, I mean, there's one of two ways. You can either roll me an Arcana check, or you can attempt to go across it.
We'll roll an Arcana check.
This is at disadvantage. Are you proficient in Arcana?
I am not. Disadvantage?
Roll it again.
Okay.
Disadvantage. Oh my god.
It's exactly the same.
So you know that this can only be counteracted with a counter spell, or whoever put it here in the first place can drop it.
Okay.
So you know that there's essentially, you don't know if the person who was wearing the Harper boots had some sort of magical ability and they put it there, or if they were able to get in. Roll me a perception check, all three of you. Let me roll perception
Perception?
for him too. Yeah.
Perception.
So he's +0.
14.
19.
Oof. Mackin didn't do so well.
I got a 19.
All right,
Or you got you guys.
Damien, you got a 19. What did you get?
14.
Okay. Damien, Graylin, you don't notice this until Damien essentially points it out. Damien, you notice that the actual grave itself has recently been dug up.
I say she's probably down there.
Oh my god!
Okay.
What the fuck?
How do we go about getting down there?
I don't know.
Because there's a force field here. How do we? There's some sort of barrier. If I try walking in that, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Where's
Can anyone
I'm
get
looking
rid
to
of
see
it?
if Mackin has anything. What is his spells?
I don't have
Hold on.
any. I can make things light. I can light up the world around us.
He doesn't have any spells.
Oh, I have detect magic. Actually, that's the thing. I have.
Well, I mean, there's
do you
clearly
know
magic
it's
here.
magic?
You do know
magic. So.
that. Right.
That's about all I have.
Right. Yeah, he doesn't have any. Yeah. So you can tell that the grave has been tampered with, but that's about it.
Hmm.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Hi. Welcome on in. You're staring at a grave that's been tampered with.
Yeah, I don't.
Please tell me this is just his character sheet. Yay!
So what
Can
do
I
you
get a
guys
link?
do?
Can I get the link for the what you call it?
The roll 20. Yeah, I got you.
I burned 7 you
Can
in.
someone send it to him? Because I'm the editor, so it won't let me.
Oop.
It's nothing fancy. We're still on the map, so.
I don't know which one's going to work. I'll try this one, and if that doesn't work, I'll give him the other one.
They're saying it has protection, right? Like we can't enter or anything can't go through it.
You can certainly try.
I don't want to touch it.
You don't want to touch it?
I don't want to touch it. I love that.
What?
I manifest my psychic blaze and throw it at the shield.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, they
God
bounce
damn it.
off.
And they just vanish in thin air.
But you do see like the shimmer of the shield, so now all of you know that it's there.
How many?
So
I don't know how to counter magic. Is there a possibility if we strike this barrier enough that it'll just give?
you don't know. You
I
have
mean-
no idea.
I'm probably working too hard. I think we should go. I think we should follow the trap somewhere else, outside of this place.
What if we wait and see if someone comes back here? We could get them to open it for us if they. Is that
I
a
mean,
thing we
you
could
can
do?
you're more than
or-
welcome to wait there if you want. That's up to you guys. I am
mean,
merely the dungeon guide.
I mean, we know who put it. Maybe we could go ask him nicely if we could go through.
I mean,
You have no idea who put it there. You just know.
It's
All you-
Harper's
We
thing.
know the type
All
of
you
people.
know right now. Here's the thing, though. All you know right now is that there's a boot trail with that insignia leading up there, and there's a magical force field, and the grave has been tampered with. That's all you know. You don't know who put it there. You don't know. You know it's a magical field of some sort, but you don't even know what the spell or what school of magic it's from.
Go away.
So at this point, you don't. All you know is that there's a force field that you can't get through it. At least by the means you have tried, and you can't. The grave has been tampered with. That's basically all you know right now. So
Huh.
Okay.
it's up to you guys. What would you like to do with the giant bubble?
I don't know.
All right, giant bubble is what exactly? I'm
It's-
sorry.
it's
It
just
is a
a-
magic. No, you're fine. It is a magical force field. You rolled a 19 on your Arcana check. You knew that the force field was there. You explained it, and then he
Do I
threw
know
Ayami.
it has? Do I know if it has health or not?
No.
Or do I? No.
Can we
No.
figure that out?
You
I
can
can-
certainly try, depending on what you try and use.
What if I take out my long sword and like slash at it?
You can certainly try. Roll an attack.
Okay. I don't know which one I'm using.
I mean, I already threw blaze at it.
Yeah, but you never know. There
You
could have
did, and they
been.
bounced right
Yeah,
off.
there
So
could never. You never know, right? Maybe it needs the full force of stabby stabby.
While they're doing this, I want to walk a little back and look around, make sure there's no one watching us. Cause I'm still paranoid about that thing I
roll
saw.
me a perception check, please, Damien.
I did 5 damage.
18.
Okay. With your 18, there's nobody around that you can see at the moment. The only two people you can roughly hear is just the shuffling of the guards. But you guys already know they're there, so that's all you hear is just shuffling the guards. Them kind of like shifting their positions, the clinking of their armor as they do so. Them even like talking about the weather and even talking about you guys, how it's kind of weird that you're here this late, But they're also talking about like how did you guys even get in this? Like just kind of like making
Alright.
idle conversation. You said 5.
I did.
You don't see any change in the shield. It kind of like warbles and kind of like fluctuates, kind of like how it did when his psionic blades hit, but nothing else is distinguishably noticeable.
I got a dip. Good luck.
Alright.
All right, have a
Alright,
good night.
have a good night. Have a
Yeah.
good dinner.
Sorry. Later.
You're good.
Bye.
Bye.
We lose one player and another one joins.
We said that was gonna happen. That we knew that was gonna
Yeah,
happen.
it's fine.
Yeah.
I can play him the rest of the time. It'll probably only go for maybe another like half hour anyway. So.
I don't know. What are you thinking, Mackin? What do you think about this whole bubble?
It confuddles me.
I would tend to agree with that assessment of the situation.
With my Arcana check, could I
Yes.
tell if there was some form of source that this barrier was coming from?
Roll an Arcana for me.
21.
You can tell that the source is coming from behind the actual headstone. Yes. Its source
Is that
coming from
inside the
somewhere.
barrier?
Yes.
It's the best I can do.
So, like, you can tell that, like, think of it this way, so kind of like a fountain type deal. Like, you can tell that the source of the magic is the magical barrier is coming from, like, a central area, and it's kind of, like, spouting out and creating a dome around it.
Wait, so we can only see it or we only really noticed it because light is reflecting off of the thing, right?
Yes. But that was only
So-
because Damien rolled, and so did Mac, and they both rolled pretty good Arcanas.
Well,
so
Braylon
perception.
and Mac did.
Oh, was it Graylin? Yeah,
Yeah.
you would know that. Yeah.
So what if I cast... What's around... Can I see what's around me?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Perception. Of course. 7.
You are way too focused on trying to figure out what the hell this thing is
Okay.
and how to dispel it. You
What-
cannot.
What if I take my long sword in my hand and cast...
It's so fucking
Yeah.
hard.
What if I just cast light on my longsword?
You can certainly cast light if you want to.
I just want to see if the shield
that a
reacts in
cantrip?
any way. Yes, it is.
You so when you cast light on your sword, it's kind of blinding per se, because it's light. I mean, it's gonna light up
It's
quite
light.
a bit. Right, it's gonna light up quite a bit of an area. the guards kind of look at you like, what the fuck are you doing type deal, but they don't want to like disturb you because you're investigating shit. But they're still like, what the hell are you doing type deal. So it honestly, all you can just see is just the light reflecting off of the dome. It just basically lights up like the area, and it even lights up the area inside the dome. So at least you can see now that the grave has actually been tampered with, which you already knew. But you guys can see that the grave has been dug up recently and like put back. You guys also realize too the source of where the magic is coming from. And on the ground, since you lit it up, you can see that there's a little tiny like orb that's emitting this magic that was placed behind the gravestone. So you can see that much, but that's all. That's all your light. And like I say, you can kind of see the graves that are in like the general vicinity. How far does the light spell go?
20 feet.
Okay, so just within the vicinity of the 20 feet, you can see the other graves lit up, and there's like flowers, there's other magical like items, and, like you can see the cages that are around there too that are visible, like but nothing really else you can pick out with that.
Okay. Most complicated puzzle I've ever come across in my life.
It's really not though. I love being a DM. It's great.
I don't fucking know. That doesn't help me. I'm not looking through my abilities.
Is there anything you want to do?
No.
Okay.
Megan's just like, this fucking idiot.
Graylin, roll me another investigation check.
We'll roll another investigation check.
Actually, Matt, can you do one as well?
19.
Okay.
It was about to be an 11.
Mackin, did you roll?
For what? Sorry.
We're doing
Investigation,
investigation
please.
checks.
Got you. Ooh, nat 1. 7.
Oof. Oof. Alright, so Mackin, you don't know this, but Graylin, you do. On the actual gravestone itself, like on this headstone, you do see what looks to be on like the corner of it, some blood.
Okay.
And it's like, it's not fresh, but it's not exactly like old either. So it's like fairly you can tell that like it happened fairly recently, but not within the last like couple of hours that was been there. And it's clearly out of place because there's nothing else on the headstone except for the inscription. It's just on the corner of that headstone is where it is.
Really not sure what to do about that.
Don't forget there was the boot trail too.
Right.
And that one was leading both in towards this grave where you're at and out too.
So how about okay, so what I do is I decide to follow the boot prints that leave.
Okay.
And just to see where
Mackin, are you following him?
they go.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm assuming. So here's the thing that Damien does too. So you guys follow the boot trail out, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So where you're at in the city, so if you look at the map, where the green space ends, you guys start heading out, and you're realizing that this is heading back actually down towards where the plinth banner is. And it's gonna take you quite a bit. I mean, if you try to follow this, it's gonna take you probably a good several hours before you even reach the outskirts of the city. So it's up to you guys because the boot trail that you're following is actually leading towards the city walls. So it's up to you whether you want to continue to follow that or no, or if you want to like stop, because you're looking at about, if you follow this trail, this boot trail in the dirt, you're probably looking at about like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning when you reach the city wall. Because it's now like midnight, 1 o'clock. You guys have been here for quite a bit researching this grave. So it's up to you. I mean, there's plenty of inns and taverns along the way that you guys can stay at. You guys still have the room at the Spicy Fork, but
Do I notice like any kind of like blood along the trail or like any other
investigation, please.
all the investigation?
Well, you are investigating.
Yes, I am.
I'll help him.
11.
Okay, roll with advantage, please.
Okay, perfect. 11.
Even with advantage?
Yeah.
What the fuck? So I'll say with the Warforged help, you guys kind of follow the trail. You do notice that there are not very many, and it's kind of hard to see, especially since it's a dirt road. And, you know, there's a lot of shit that quite both literally and figuratively falls onto the roadsides and gets trampled. You do notice that there's a tiny spot of blood every so, like, maybe 10 or 15 feet alongside the boot trail that you're following.
I think we should follow this trail.
Okay.
Okay.
Because otherwise
we're
we're
gonna
gonna
say
be
at this point that Damien agrees. Let me roll him a perception because he'll probably would want to know to see if they're being followed.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's horrible. He doesn't care because he just rolled a nat one. So that being said, he basically is like, okay, cool, fine, let's go. So you guys are gonna follow out to the city. Are you gonna stop anywhere? Is the next question. Because by the time that if you follow this trail out, you're gonna get to the city walls. It's gonna be like 4 or 5 o'clock.
I mean, do we really need to rest?
I mean, you guys already did during the day.
Yeah.
But
I convene
just
with the
letting you know.
group about how they feel about how tired they are.
I mean, Damien is basically all for going, considering that he only needs like 4 hours of
Yeah,
sleep,
that's true.
like
and then
meditation, and
Mackin
he already
doesn't
got that.
need
So
any.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we can keep going. We keep going.
Okay.
At least I think we should keep going anyway.
okay, so it is about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning that when you guys get to the city walls, and essentially the guards are gonna stop you there to essentially make sure that you guys aren't trying to smuggle anything out, or like trying to essentially be illegal in any shape or form. And you guys are fine. You're not troublemakers or anything like that. You guys are perfectly fine. So you guys are essentially going to go out into, so like over towards where the city of the dead is. There's a little pathway there. That's the pathway you guys are taking. You guys are eventually going to be going into the forest. Is there anything else you guys would want to do in the city before you officially leave Waterdeep?
Can I ask one of the guards if they've seen anything off, like suspicious, basically? Or would I know that they haven't been there for that long?
Well, considering the guard changes like they do every like 8-hour shifts. So these guards have been there for quite some time, but they've actually only been there since about midnight. So like the time that you guys had left the inn was like 4 or 5. So these guards have been changed. So they probably wouldn't have noticed anything depending on how long ago the situation happened, which was like almost half a day at this point, almost a full day now. So they most likely wouldn't have seen or heard of anything. They do know that being the city guard, word has gotten out and essentially has been traveled to the entirety of Waterdeep to all the guard to make sure to keep a lookout just in case. But they know that she's missing, but they haven't seen anything that would be essentially beneficial to your guys' search.
Okay, well, I have need of nothing then.
Okay. I don't think Damien has anything. Do you have anything, Mac?
Nope.
Okay. All right then. So we are going to go out into the forest then. So you guys are going to trek out into the forest. This might actually be a good place to stop, since it's a whole new section.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, and then we can have Damien come back next week. So we'll go ahead and stop there. Let me make note of that.
We'll make note of the fact that I'm absolutely god-awful at rolls, and it's not just my sorcerer in a video game.
It's where it counts. Where it counts is in combat and
That's
saving your
true.
friends. So
However,
it's fine. this today?
It's a good precedent being set that I might not be good at rolls.
You don't have enough faith in R and Jesus.
I apparently not. Apparently not. I don't. I just have Will Wheatonitis. It's fine.
I love how that's like a thing now.
Of course it's a thing. Of course Will Wheatonitis is. Of course that's a
Oh my
thing.
God.
Will Wheatonitis. You know, it's a problem. I roll shit. It's fine. We'll cure it later. I'll bring incense or something.
So,
Nightmare, how
tell
are
me
you doing?
Tell me how it is so far. I know,
know
Birdie
who you
just came
are,
in. I'm
just-
sorry.
No, I was listening since basically 6:40.
Yeah, you
okay.
did have the rolls this session, Nightmare.
He really did, though.
He did.
Okay.
We'll see. It's gonna be Bird next time. It's not gonna be me.
Who knows?
Who knows?
No, I can't really say much. The
Yeah.
story seems to be progressing really nicely, but I'm
Any
still
tips for
lost
the
because
DM?
I'm very not that I can give. I have to actually be here, and we need to have a more in-depth session.
Yeah, I know. But
Next-
since
next
we're
week will
losing players
probably
left
be-
and right.
A little
But
bit, yeah.
I got you a little more characteristics for the Warforged. He's actually gonna be 6'6".
Oh, he's 6'6". I thought that they were like 7 foot, but
Well,
was
yeah,
close.
I looked it up. I looked it up.
he's
There's a
still
size
fucking tall compared to what Grayland's.
Oh, it
is,
definitely
There is
was
a-
fun. I had a lot of fun.
There is a size
Good.
modifier, so I rolled that real quick, and it's 5'10" plus whatever the
Oh,
modifier is.
that's
which
what
was
the
8
custom
inches.
roll was for.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
Yes, and then my weight is 302 pounds.
Jeez.
So yeah, the thumping was valid.
Yeah.
And then-
valid.
Yeah.
There is no like set age, so I just put 28 for the age, which is really on
Okay.
the high end that any Warforged is
Yeah.
really gotten to, but nobody knows what their
Natural age is which is valid.
lifespan is. And
Yeah.
then his skin is stone and metal. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
you saw that. And
Clink,
Any-
clink, clink.
I look like I have scale armor
That's
like
legit.
built into me because I have to basically fuse it into
Do you
my
have a
body.
full body picture of Mackin?
I don't,
That's
but I'll work on one later maybe.
Okay.
But yeah, it's and then I have to spend an hour if I'm gonna change or take off of my armor, and then an hour
Jeez.
to put it back on. It's a 2-hour endeavor.
Holy fuck.
But hey, if you need me to, I can just walk to the bottom of the lake to get anything we need
That's what
because
I'm
I
saying.
don't need
Like,
to
that's why
eat,
they're
drink,
amazing. Yeah,
or
he doesn't
breathe.
drink. He doesn't sleep either. He just like meditates.
That's
No, it's not even meditating. I just
No, they
have to
don't
be
do that
sitting.
either?
Yeah, I just sit still and 100% just aware. I can see and hear like normal. So I'm the
That's
best
amazing.
watchdog.
Yeah, you can just keep watching.
He's a
Night.
fucking tank. Look at his armor class. For a level 3 Warforged, he's got a fucking 16 armor class. That's like
Yeah.
most people don't get that until they get to level 3. Like a lot of people don't even start with that.
I have
Like that's what you're
14.
starting with, which is crazy.
Yeah.
He's a fucking tank. It's great.
Damien also has 16. I'm the only one with 14,
I
which is
wanna
kind of
look.
bad because I'm a
You're
bard.
squishy.
Yeah, I am.
What do you have for weapons?
Longsword and a dagger.
Longsword and a dagger. All right, let's
here.
see. Do you like throwing your weapons?
Do you also like losing your weapons? Because that could be a thing too.
I'm not a big fan of losing my weapons.
Yeah. Just letting you know, there's a give and take there.
I
Okay.
feel like throwing would be kind of cool, but it's the losing the weapon that would be a little.
No, do you want to throw your weapon? Yes or no?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
I mean, I can make it come back to you.
Do you have that
You
ability?
Yes, that is
Yeah,
what
he
an
does.
artificer is.
Okay,
Yeah, he
then
can fucking make shit for you.
fucking yeah, why not? Sure.
Yeah.
You got it. We'll just do that as part of the whole like closing session here.
Yeah, that's fine. You guys can go ahead and do that. whatever you need to do. I'm actually kind of looking into stuff here real quick too.
All right, so
Um,
that's gonna be an
oh, yeah, I
infused
forgot about that one.
item, and then what is the item?
Ooh.
It's just a dagger.
Just a dagger. You don't want it to be your longsword.
Yes.
I don't think I want to throw my long
What
sword.
the hell is
Well, I mean,
this?
if you need to, or if you drop it.
I'll stick with the dagger being the thing that I can throw.
Okay. Let's see. Features.
Oh, that looks amazing. What does this even look like? Hold on.
No, is it features or is it extras? What the fuck was I in?
Would I
when
have to
did
edit
that?
my equipment then and get rid of
Okay, I
Can I have a freaking
infused.
image of this, please? Oh my god, that thing's gnarly. Okay.
Yes.
This was a
Where-
really good first introduction into D&D.
I'm glad you enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
I
I was a
love
little
this.
nervous because I was like,
No, you did great.
this is my first time DMing, so.
You did great.
Okay.
It was
Like,
awesome.
well, technically my
Reactions,
second time, but like
others.
my first time really like
First
getting
time like
into it.
we're
Shit.
here and yeah.
Action bonus.
Next week are we doing the 9 p.m. or are we going back to 8 p.m. again?
I would prefer 9, but I don't know if
I don't-
Nightmare can do that because I
I-
think 9 wouldn't that work
yeah,
better for you,
I
Bird?
think 9 would be better just because it gives everyone a chance to
Yeah, to like
fully be
you know,
here.
yeah. So we'll do that. We'll see if Nightmare's okay with that.
we'll
We'll
get
go back to the
Nightmare's
9
okay.
Can
o'clock.
somebody is Titty Mare still like in here?
No, he's gone,
he was
I
in
think.
my chat.
No, he's
Okay.
gone.
Is he gone? Okay.
No,
Oh, no, he's
he's like
typing.
not. He's not in this, but that's why I'm
he's
asking. He's
okay.
not in listening, so
What
he's
in-
listening somewhere.
What
Yeah.
infusion do I? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's listening to stream.
I'll ask him.
Just let me know what weapons you have, and I can get it taken care of. I just have to figure out what fucking page it's on, because it just fucking saw it.
Yeah, just the dagger for now.
Equipment, infusions. Manage infusions.
I'm asking him to see what he wants to do as far as that's
He,
concerned.
Okay,
he is hearing. Yeah.
So what we're gonna do, because it just took me to the thing. Put in your customization for that dagger.
How do I do this?
So click on the share your
Amazing.
screen for me first off. Via Discordia.
Yeah.
Listening to cemetery like
Um,
creepy eerie music, and I love it.
Okay. So click
You
on the
should theme it.
click on your dagger from right there. And then click on customize on the right.
Ooh, I love this.
Oh, wait.
And then just name it whatever you want. And
I don't know. I'll just call it dagger. It's fine for now.
yeah, no problem.
You know what? No.
And then just do dagger of returning dagger, whatever. But for the notes, you're gonna put in exactly this. This item will be infused until the caster dies, and then it will have its effect for 4 days.
God damn.
And then, hold on. Do +1 to hit. No, you're gonna put it up in the box. That's override, and you want to do to hit bonus, so it's just gonna be 1. And then it's gonna be damage bonus as well, +1.
Okay.
That's it. Just I think that saves it. Hit enter real quick, I suppose. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And I know Titty Mare said something.
Yeah, it's fine.
Said I'm here next week. I'm off at 7:30 EST. That's
Hell
just,
yeah.
I mean, Yeah.
We'll still plan for 9.
We'll do for 9. That gives us. I
Yeah.
think that should give everyone enough
Yeah.
time to do their
Just
shit.
in case, like, my mom needs help or something. That way
Yeah,
I'm not, like,
and then I can
flying home.
actually eat dinner
I was gonna say, yeah, you can have food.
properly. Not
Yeah.
that I didn't. I ate a
Foods,
wrap, but
Create
still.
infusion.
I mean, it's not bad.
We'll plan for 9.
Yeah.
This was fun. I like this.
Yes.
This music is also so therapeutic. It's making me fall asleep though.
What do you listen to? Because I'm listening to, like, a cemetery. type
Tavern slash
dealio.
in music, fantasy, medieval.
Oh,
It's
dude,
like a
I switched my
3-hour
music.
playlist.
You should switch yours too. Like, to fit the themes.
Look, I've got so much stuff going on over here on my end. Like, I'm switching scenes. I'm
Oh, okay. I was like,
rolling
what do you
dice.
need?
I have so many things going on. I've got like a
funny.
million things open just so that stream looks good. It's a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's work that I happily
fine.
put in though because it looks amazing and it's fun to play. I enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun.
I'm glad. You sound like you enjoyed it, so
Okay.
that makes me happy because I was like really concerned. I was like,
No, it was good.
I gotta fucking
Notes.
hold on a second. Can I?
Organization.
This is something I will very happily-
Okay, so it won't let me do it on the picture, but it
add
lets me do it
other.
on the fucking background. That's cool, I guess.
This is something I will very
What are we gonna
happily
do?
upload to YouTube in 2 days.
Hell yeah, I'm down. Oh shit.
It's
fuck
GREYLN, correct?
GREYLNN.
See, I don't want this to be clickable.
Excuse me.
How do I flip and ping this shit? Ah, it's annoying. See, like I can ping normally. Well, I used to be able. See, I can ping.
My dagger's
only-
name, by the way, is now Return to Sender.
Bird, are you making sure that
I'm making sure that I have an account on my side.
but you're also making sure that it's essentially within the guidelines of D&D, right?
Of
What the
course.
hell is this shit? Okay.
I'm going based off of the character sheet. It's just I'm making sure that I have my account of stuff.
No, you're Gucci. Yeah.
I'm probably gonna have to go back into the VOD and write some extra notes, because I have
Or-
notes, but they're not extensive.
I mean, that's fine. I have notes. Mine aren't extensive either. I have most of mine on.
Oh, also, sorry, stream.
And
I was
then
lacking the
you,
visuals.
you
but
also
that's-
need to spend time attuning yourself to it. And I don't remember. I think it's just a short rest that you need to do that.
Yeah, I do believe that attunement only happens on a short rest. It's usually about an hour, I think.
Well, you can do it on a
for
long
attuning.
rest too, but you need
Yeah,
to
we
at
need
least
at
have a
least
short
an
rest.
hour.
Thank you.
Which short rests are usually an hour, so.
And then I gotta find out Titty
I
Mare's
took
fucking
notes,
weapons.
but like the extent of my sheet notes are just like up here, and that's my notes.
Yay, Gaming Grunt got the streamer role in Outcast.
Nice.
Campaign.
Hell yeah, dude.
Is he live?
No, he's at work. I think he doesn't get off at, like, he won't be until
Oh.
probably like 11.
I thought he said he was gonna be in there.
Oh,
You don't use
I know.
weapons? What do you mean you
view
don't use weapons? What?
user. That's not what I
I'm
wanted.
probably gonna hop into Outcast here in a moment. but
I
I'm just
will
doing some
after I
shit.
get my food.
Yeah,
And talk to the people
I might hop
that
into
I'm supposed
Anthony's
to talk
stream
to.
for a hot second just to
Oh
see
yeah,
what
you
he's
do
up to.
produce psychic as yeah, you have the
Crowbar, mental rations, rope, strings, studded leather thieves.
yeah, and you
Does
can
he
just-
not have any fucking?
He
How the
doesn't.
fuck
He
does he
has to
plan on-
have weapons. At least a dagger or something.
He doesn't have
He
anything.
has
Well,
psychic
he might
blades.
be though, but his might be like psionic based.
Yeah,
though.
Then
he-
I
yeah.
can't really do anything for him like weapon wise.
Yeah,
I gotta be
Yeah.
able to touch non-magical objects
At
and
this point, I feel like he would have at least a dagger. So just put that on there. It's fine. I'm the DM. I say it so. He would
End
have
of
at least one or
discussion.
two daggers on him.
I
that he can,
can't
like,
I
throw
can't
or
adjust
use in
his
close
stuff.
combat.
yeah.
You might be able to, but I can't.
Yeah.
If I can, I don't
All
know
it
how.
says is he has psychic
You just have
blades.
to go
Yeah.
into his character sheet from D&D Beyond,
I am his character sheet.
and then you should just have to go
Holy
into
shit, this
inventory,
shit is insane.
and then you should
Oh.
see on the right manage inventory.
Yeah.
I have better
Starting
perception,
equipment.
and yet I still.
Why the hell doesn't he have any starting
persuasion.
equipment?
It's because he basically
Uh,
just moved it from a campaign that we started.
Yeah.
So he
dagger. Okay, we're gonna add a dagger. He's gonna have 2 of them.
okay.
Okay, I added it to his equipment.
We'll just get that squared away for him next time.
Okay.
Because what we're not sleeping, we're just stopping right there at camp.
Yeah, you're just stopping.
we're just
so technically,
stopping.
you're just there.
That's fine. That way we can just take our fucking long or short rest,
then-
and then he can have his magic in tuned.
We
Yeah.
pick this up
All right,
next
so
week.
he's got the 2 daggers now, I believe. Well, it says he also has. Hold on. No, he's got a hammer. He's got a crowbar too. I mean, they're blunt objects, but hello.
But hey, you guys don't
Oh,
need to
What's up?
to waste your food on me.
Are you in the car?
Yeah, I just got my location. The reason why I have no weapons is I deleted
Okay.
them all. Because my psychic daggers are 1d6. Daggers are 1d4.
So you used your psychic shit then.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So he just
Okay.
wanted physical stuff because he can artifice and make them magical weapons. I would allow you to
Oh.
have 1 or 2 daggers, physical daggers, on you because most people, especially rogues, usually start out with stuff like that. So it's up to you whether or not you want to do that. But I'm allowing you to have 2 daggers, physical ones on you, and then he can do whatever magic he needs to do to artifice them or whatever. So
What do you guys think? Because psychic damage, there's barely any resistance to psychic damage.
well, you never know. There's
True.
a lot of things that are resistant to psychic damage.
Okay.
You know. While we were at that cemetery.
Yeah.
Was there any like random scraps of metal?
After questions,
We
I
weren't
would
looking
say
for that,
no
so
because it's a
No?
cemetery, so you normally wouldn't see shit like that. They try to keep it as clean as possible, even though they don't really like take care of it. They still try to like random objects wouldn't be in there unless they were actually on a grave. So if you like specifically went for one, you would
No,
have
I wasn't
to
gonna take one
roll.
off.
Yeah, you would have to either try and steal it from a grave, or you would have to roll a perception or an investigation to see if there's any around. But like I said, majority of the time, no, because it's a cemetery. People wouldn't bring that stuff in or leave that stuff there.
Let
So
me take a look at what I got in my inventory.
Like, what are your infusions, Bird? They're just like weapons? And do you armor too?
I can infuse anything that's not magical.
So you can basically take an item and make it magical, is what he's saying.
I can, like your
Like buff it.
armor or whatever, I can
Yeah.
enhance the arcane focus and you get +1 bonus to spell attack rolls.
Yeah. Or like +1 to your AC or something.
In
like that,
addition,
depending
you
on what
ignore
use.
half cover when making that spell attack.
There you go.
Nice. I don't use spells. I don't think my daggers count as spells.
Well, technically your stuff is spells, isn't it?
Hold on,
My
let me
stuff
check.
is.
I can make sure.
I don't think so.
No, he just has Misty Step.
I just mock people to death. You know how it is.
I mean, you can't do that. That is a thing.
I know, I have it.
Yeah, I mean, his attacks are just like psychic shit.
Oh, okay, no problem. I'm just
Like, he
double
doesn't have
checking.
any physical stuff unless he has the.
Not yet, he doesn't.
Yeah, well, I'm saying if he chooses to get the daggers, he would. But again, like I said, that's up to him.
Ooh. I'm definitely gonna do that to that one then.
So that's up to you
Inventory,
guys.
infusions, manage
fuck? Why
infusions.
is
God
he-
damn it.
What the hell?
Inventory, manage inventory,
Watch.
equipment, crossbow.
Oh, for anyone
love
who
that.
wonders, by the way, for those of you who are watching in the future on YouTube, the reason my Barbarian is so stupid is because not only can I inspire myself, I can rage. It's really stupid.
But you can't cast spells while you're raging, though. Keep that in mind.
Son of
yeah,
a
that's
bitch.
true.
Concentration.
Anthony.
Well, no,
Can't
I
keep
would
concentration.
cast inspiration first and then rage because I can't rage and then cast inspiration, but I can.
Bro, I just realized if you give me an inspiration and I fail, I can use my satanic die to roll a d6
Oh
plus the one
God!
you have to guarantee pass.
Yeah, that's true. You could.
Plus, it's sick because if I fail the roll, it doesn't use it. It only uses it when I succeed.
Which is nice. Yeah, that's real cool.
Yeah.
So if you
All right.
if you
I
fail it,
used my other infusion, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
No worries.
Yep. I used it for my light crossbow.
That's fair, brother.
I made it a repeating weapon. This magic weapon grants a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with it, and when it's used to make a ranged attack, it ignores the loading property if it has it.
that's legit. If you put that on a fucking crossbow,
That's what I have. It's a light crossbow.
oh my god, that's amazing. You'd be
Wait,
decimating shit left and right with that.
I was gonna say we don't have a front line, but we do. We're a barbarian.
Oh, I need to look up something. Hold on.
Dude, my guy's technically a frontline.
Has a 16 AC.
Like
He's
his
a
whole
fucking-
thing
he's-
is
he's a fuck-
saving.
He's a legit like dude. Like he is a fucking tank.
Hmm.
I'm a really stupid combo. That's what I am.
You really are though. Alright, I don't want.
I like my blade because it's if I read if it doesn't leave a mark. So if I hit someone, it's like no proof that I hit them.
Oh, come on, seriously.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, if you don't know already, share your screen real quick.
Me.
I don't want
No, me.
this.
Waiting for the dinner to start, reservation to be ready.
So you see my screen, right?
Yes.
So
Hold on.
make sure have my backpack on, of course.
Yeah.
So make sure you have your things equipped if you haven't already.
Yeah.
And then Naomi, if you don't know already, it is you'd have to look. I could probably look for you. I don't recall if it's a bonus action or an action in D&D 5e to switch your weapons.
Depends on what it is. If it's something like heavy, it's definitely gonna take you an action to do it.
It also depends on the whole fucking proficiency thing
Yeah.
too. So
If you're proficient in certain like things, so for example, if you're proficient, so let's use Graylin. Oh, what the fuck just happened? Okay, so let's use Graylin for example. If he switches between like simple and martial weapons, he's proficient in those. So he,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter. It wouldn't matter at that point because of the fact that it's martial and simple, and you're proficient in those. But if you tried to do it like with a heavy weapon or whatever, it would take you an action to do it.
just make sure you guys are mentioning that you are switching weapons.
Yeah.
So Naomi
Naomi.
can
Uh-huh.
Naomi can
Naomi.
situate like, hey, you've used your action, you can't attack this turn if you're trying to attack, just to help remind you, so on and
Yeah.
so forth. Or all right, you get one action, you don't get to do your bonus action because you did whatever. It just makes sure
Right.
that you're on top of stuff and keeping Naomi in the loop.
Gotcha.
I would very much appreciate that.
Okay.
If you haven't
I
done it
believe
already,
her.
if you haven't done it already, make sure you have your backpack equipped.
I'll have that
Because-
equipped. Let me sure.
Because we are playing with the encumbrance, are we not?
I'm kind of a little bit lenient on it, so like I'm not too crazy worried about it. If it gets to be like, if I'm looking and you're carrying like a fucking 100 pounds, and I'm like, I'll probably say something about it, but I'm not too worried about it. It's like you don't have to like be like super strict about it.
Just have
but-
like a tank on her back.
right, like fucking like the Warforged can pretty much carry almost everything because he's fucking 350 fucking pounds and a piece of metal and fucking
Yes.
walking.
It all
Like-
depends on your strength too.
No,
so
it
let me
does,
see.
yeah. But like I said, I'm not gonna like be too concerned about it because I want you guys to have fun. I don't want that to be like a hindrance for you. So,
All right.
I consider
I
it
believe-
to be fun.
Yeah.
well, then I'll make it one for you. All right.
If I'm not
Let's see.
mistaken, I think to summon my blades is a bonus action, and I have to have 2 free hands to do it.
That depends.
I think that's what it says. I think that's how I read.
Let me look. Power. Sonic Blade's attack. Whenever you take you mess from your free hand to make the attack with that blade. It doesn't so it specifies you have to have a free hand, but it doesn't say you have to have both hands free. I'm on a hit, and so then
Hold on.
you have this twice in here. I don't know why.
D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, your psychic blades are bonus attacks. So it says after you attack with your psychic blade, you can make a melee or ranged weapon attack with a second psychic blade. It's a bonus action.
Wait, so I can't attack from range from with both?
So you can attack with one, and then you can attack with the other as a bonus action.
Ah, gotcha.
As long, okay, so yeah, see, as long as it says provided your other hand is free to create it. So you have to have, so essentially if you attack, you're attacking with one hand using the psychic blade to attack, and then you can use a bonus action to attack with a second psychic blade with your other hand, but you can't do it for like a third time.
Cool,
So
my guy have no weapons, we're good.
okay. So
They did it intentionally, make him look less threatening, you know? Like,
okay. Yeah, but like I said, that's what I'm saying. Like so yeah, you can't do that. You just have to make sure your hands are free because you have to use both of them when you attack with both. So
I feel like if you have a bow, yeah. Alright, well, I gotta go. Dinner's.
Nah, you're good.
Yeah, I think
I'm
Reservation's
gonna-
calling us.
yeah.
I will prepare
get
to
food.
end my stream. Tonight was fun.
We're just waiting for them to call us.
So
How do I leave this? Can you just
Okay.
how do I get,
you
leave
should
this?
just be unable
You should
to
just be
end the
able to
call. Or
disconnect,
like
yeah.
close Discord if
I
you
see
want.
it. Alright. So tomorrow at 6
So
Pacific. Got it.
next week
Next week.
Sorry, not tomorrow.
Next week, not tomorrow.
we're gonna do 9.
I know. I missed
You.
9 next
be-
week.
6 my time.
Yes.
Yes, because you're 3 hours behind us.
7 my time.
So if we plan to do it that, I'll just change my schedule again real quick. See if I could get
Okay.
the.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever works. Like I said, that works for me. I'm fine. I'm more flexible than you guys are because, like I said, I can work around you guys
I'm
as far as the
flexible
weekends
for
go.
pretty much whatever. It's just food is the issue here.
As long as you give me. as long as I
No
have
gaming
time to
grunt.
use
I
my
am not
ability-
naked. Fuck off.
Right. Concession
That's
later.
not yet.
Bye.
Naomi is flexible.
in
You
your
didn't know
stream
that?
right
Yeah,
now?
yeah, he is. You didn't know Naomi was
Fuck off,
flexible?
you're fine. What?
Oh, that's terrible. Jeffrey's
no, gaming
yours.
grunt, you cannot have him. Jeffrey is Naomi's.
Yeah, my bard hasn't gotten naked yet. That hasn't happened. I haven't seduced anyone
Yet is the
yet.
key word.
Yes, yet is the key word. My bard has
I
not
mean,
seduced
bizarre-
anyone yet.
More bizarre things have happened.
Look, I'm just saying, give me an opportunity and I might,
I
you
mean, there's
call
always
dibs
an
on my
opportunity.
bard? You can have my bard.
Here's the thing. I mean, if you find an opportunity to fucking do it, especially during combat, things can fucking happen.
Oh, I know.
Just saying.
I just don't have the spells for you.
I'm just letting you know.
Yep,
Like,
I
you know,
know
shit
what
gets
you
weird.
mean.
things-
It'll happen.
consequences are gonna get weirder.
Yep,
So
it'll happen. Yep. Okay, with that being said, my food
Yeah,
has
go get
arrived,
food.
so I'm gonna leave the call and I'm gonna end my stream.
yeah, that's cool.
Have fun.
Thanks so much for watching,
Hey.
everybody.
This was awesome.
Thank you for not like
I have a
destroying
level,
my DM
I have a
skills
level
for first time
5 spell
DMing.
called Horny.
No. As
Wow.
the DM, I say no.
Wow. I
You
think
know-
I think every male has that
That's what I'm
spell.
saying. That's why I'm saying no, because I have a cast of all mineral fucking characters, except
Yeah.
for a Warforged. But like, come on, no. Not when I have a cast of all male characters.
Oh boy. All right. Thank you for this. This was awesome. Can't wait for next week.
Yeah, I'm excited.
I'm
so, I
I'm
can't
very
wait to-
excited.
Also, I will. Do I tell you? I will tell you the fact that you're
Hey-
like
hey,
you've been
Grunt.
at that grave for so fucking long is great. It was so good.
Well, I
But
wasn't
before-
sure.
Grunt, I will name my Steel Defender horny just for you.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh no, what have I gotten myself
And I'll
into?
make sure it has a couple of horns.
Oh Jesus.
Okay, in
fuck.
fairness, Ayami, just be glad that
Yeah?
Grant is not or Grunt isn't in here either. Because if it was the four of us,
Oh, I'm sure.
um,
Oh, guarantee
holy
it would be a
shit.
fucking talk show. Yeah, I know.
He said he's ready.
Oh, I know. The testosterone is already through the fucking roof. I'm
Oh
well
my
aware of
god,
this.
that'd be fucking hilarious. All right,
Grunt, are you home?
No, well, he
Well,
said
maybe.
he was, but he's
Grunt
also.
is playing Outcast right now, so I'm going to hope
So
yes.
he says he's gonna fly in for a bit, then hop out while his wife takes a shower, and then he said he's gonna stream.
Okay.
That's what he told
Oh,
me.
he's gonna hop off while his wife's in the shower. Is that what he said?
Probably after his
We
wife
all know
is
what
in the
that
shower.
means.
He's gonna get off.
Uh-huh.
All right. Anyway.
Uh-huh.
Yes, what she
I'm
said.
leaving the call and I'm gonna
You're
get ready to
supposed
end my
put
stream.
that.
You want
What
Go
sex?
she
get
said.
food.
Who
You're
doesn't?
fine.
Yeah. All right. I'm okay.
All right. Bye, guys.
This was awesome. I'm 36 and who doesn't? Anyway, this is going up on YouTube. Just want to point that out blatantly. This is going up on YouTube in 2 days. So if you missed anything, go check it out, or you can watch the VOD if you're already here. With that being said, fuck me. With that being said, we'll be back next week, 9 p.m. Eastern. Actually, we came. Words are not good right now. We arrived an hour earlier because of Nightmare. So anyway, with that being said, I hope you guys all enjoyed. I like this. I'm gonna have way too much fun with D&D. I like the roleplay element. Although, in fairness, I've had over a year of practice now, so. Alright. Who doesn't like sex? Anyway, anyway, we're good. Alright. I'm done. I'm done. No sex? No, you can't tell him to do that. He's a grown-ass man with a naked wife in the shower. Anyway, with that being said, have a great night, everyone. I'm done. I just, okay, we're done. You're not the DM of life, Ayami. You're the DM of here. This is not your realm. All right, I'm done. I'm done for the night. I'll see you all on Monday.